All right, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, TV's Kevin Lanigan. Welcome to um, this special little weekly stream where I am diving into a video game that only I enjoy called Mass Effect Andromeda. Ooh, the game you've seen all those videos from of characters with funny faces and lots of glitches and stuff you heard didn't make sense. And yep, all of that's in there. And yet, in spite of everything, I love this beautiful, dirty little game. And I hope that you can learn to love it too, just like I can learn to love you. So I have played through the game successfully exactly one time, right when it was released, which is very unusual for me and video games. Normally, it takes me a couple years to catch up with the curve of everybody else. But on Mass Effect Andromeda, I was woefully ahead of the curve. And hopefully, I'm also far ahead of the curve of getting people who actually enjoy this game. So let's step on in. Now, my first playthrough took me approximately 56 hours to complete, which is just stellar. And that's what we're going to do tonight, actually. 56 straight hours. We're going to do more than 2 straight days of this. It's for charity. The charity is my digital tip jar, which you can find in the description of this video, along with all kinds of other cool stuff. Hopefully, the audio on this stream is not as terrible as my audio usually is. Of course, still using the laptop microphone because we are a very, very low rent operation around here. But God bless it and God bless me. I think that we can do this. So, yeah, and please let me know in the chat if you see anything horribly wrong with the stream or hear anything horribly wrong with the stream. It's almost certainly going to be something. And I'm getting the YouTube chat pulled up here momentarily. I hope there are already 500 of you yelling at me of why, Kevin, would you ever do this? And that's sort of how I live my entire life, is people yelling at me about why would I ever do the things that I do, and that's just how Kevin Lanigan do. I mean, honestly. So I'm gonna go ahead and reshare that link because it seems like the last one was garbage, garbage, garbage. And hopefully we can get some friends in here. I'm excited about this stream. I think I am the only one, and perhaps we will have some of my friends drop by and join us. Wouldn't that be something special, something lovely, something fun? And I promise we're about to start here. I am just trying to make sure that the video game works, that the stream works, and that we are all having a good, great time together. Oh, you know what the problem is? Is that I still have the stream on private. Wowzers. That one, that one is on me. I am the one who made that horrible, huge mistake. And I have just no one to blame but myself. This is a big, big learning endeavor for me. Is trying to get anything to work the way that I want it to. But God bless it. That's yeah, we're gonna make this happen together. Oh my God. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, this is some of that good video game content that we have been waiting for on YouTube. Something that YouTube has been sorely lacking is good video game content. So you know what? I'm gonna abandon the crusade of sharing it to Facebook. I am just gonna plow on with this game. Nobody's gonna come check it out anyway. So let's begin a new game, and maybe I can figure out how the internet works later. But of course, we are not gonna dive into Mass Effect Andromeda without creating our own character. What's the fucking point? Not using that goober default that the game gives you, because boy in one of the many, many questionable decisions made in the making of this game that, again, I love on a pure and deep level. Um, Gotta say that the default starting female character, your Sarah Ryder, is not as good as she could be. I think that there was a lot of missed potential in the Sarah Ryder. Um, oh yeah, I'm learning that I'm learning that one of my friends is at a bartenders guild meeting, which sounds like one of the most prestigious and terrifying places that one could occupy. But I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his success, and I hope that he is going to have a great guild meeting where they decide how drinks work, perhaps. Yeah, we're gonna figure all of this out together. Hold on, posting to Facebook. I am the only person on Earth that loves Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm going to teach you to love it too. Again, I don't know if this link is going to work, but God bless it, it's going to Facebook anyway. All right, so closing the Facebook window. Let's press on. Let us build a Sarah Ryder from the ground up. So we've got all sorts of cool stuff here. This is going to sort of create the idea that your dad is going to be a combination of you and your twin brother, who's the other character in this game. Not only do you get to choose the gender, but the other gender, Ryder, also exists in the concept of time space. But yeah, he's just your twin instead of anything else. And it's a really, I just love this game, and I think it's really, really nifty what they did and what they were able to do in spite of many, many technical limitations, and really just only making this game in a year. But we got the gender, we're on that, so let's goof up her face a little bit. No, absolutely we're going with custom appearance. Are you kidding me? Sorry that the graphical quality of this is not as good as it possibly could be. I think Mass Effect Andromeda, all things considered, is a good looking little game, but I am just having some trouble getting the good game to work the way that I would like it to, specifically related to this window and how it's working. Hold on, is there an options that I can go to? I would really like some options. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go back and we're gonna take this whole character creation thing from the top. Where did the video game Mass Effect Andromeda go? Oh, I see. It's loading. It's having some trouble. It's building the shaders, assumedly from the ground up, and I'm happy that the video game is sort of pulling itself up by its bootstraps. A idea that is impossible. So I think my friend Forrest is in the right chat. He maybe needs to turn his microphone on, is possibly part of the problem. But that's kind of what we like to call in the business a Forrest J. Wharton problem, and not specifically one that I have to deal with. Forrest is a smart guy. He can figure it out. But let's get me all set up. Video output.
Am I a smart guy? Did this work?
Oh, Forrest, hello, welcome.
Hey,
You've done it.
hello.
You
Welcome.
made it to the game.
I'm so glad to be here.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh.
Welcome to the video game Mass Effect Andromeda. Do you have the YouTube screen all pulled up so that you can see the beautiful game that I am playing, and so that you can maybe play along with all the kids at home? When I yell, when Swiper shows up and tries to swipe all of my good stuff, I kind of need you to largely be in charge of stopping him. Do you think that is something you are capable of doing, Mr. Forrest Wharton?
I will try my best, is all I can promise.
Okay. That's not good enough? No. That's definitely not good enough, but whatever, dude. You let me down before, and what's one more time?
Yeah, Yeah, you're right.
Okay, cool. I also, yeah, I need you on the YouTube end of things just to tell me if the game looked terrible and bad and I'm doing a bad job, which is kind of the modus operandi around our live streams here.
I mean, no, it looks pretty good, and
Okay,
everything's smooth.
everything's good. Everything, it looks like a video game. We are, of course, again, building the shaders. This game, always building shaders. Why does it keep destroying its shaders if it's just going to build them again? Like, you know, I get that, like, after The Dark Knight came out, everyone was obsessed with, like, blowing stuff up, including but not limited to the video game Mass Effect Andromeda. But man, I really wish they would just, like, stop destroying those shaders every time I clicked off of the video game.
As do I. I don't know what the shader is.
I don't know either, actually. We are, of course, going to play a female writer. The first time I played through this game, all 50 some odd hours of it, I played through a male so that I could represent my own genitals in the game, but this time I am representing a different, not opposite, but just inverse set of genitals. All right, and of course we're gonna make a customized appearance because we got this default appearance. I veto that and I move on to the custom appearance. Now, Forrest, have you ever played a video game before?
I played one.
One video game?
Yeah.
Was it a Pokemon?
It was not.
It was not. What was the one video game you've ever played?
It was totally Barbie's Race and Ride.
Barbie?
It's the only one I've ever played, ever.
Barbie's Race? Okay. I dig it. I'm here for it. Okay, so I have these... Yeah. You've played it, yeah. You've played at least one, if not more, video games.
Yes.
I like that the sort of default character looks like a young woman, but all of the other head options that the game gives you appear to be 40-year-old character actresses. Like, this is definitely a young person's story, but there are no less than 3 Angela Bassetts among this preset. But I did like this sort of head, and I think we can do cool stuff to this Ghost in the Shell protagonist. I'm going to turn the skin tone to... Wow, that's a lot of skin tone. That's an incredible amount of skin. That's 95 skin tone. How does one even achieve such a tone? Nope, hit the wrong ass button. Okay, so I'm going to probably put it almost exactly where it was at the beginning of that. I don't like futzing around with character creation too much, mostly because there's too many options, and that frightens me. But we do have sort of our own monster factory going on from a much more popular and much more good series of YouTube videos called Monster Factory. It's sort of like this semi-inquisitive brow that I've built. And I don't know about a brow depth. I don't know how deep you like your brow, Forrest. So, Forrest, when you're looking for a mate, how deep do you like the brow?
Oh, I go with the old adage, the deeper the better.
Sure, deeper the better. More brow cushion for the brow pushing. I understand that. Yeah, cheek. I would like it if our character had cheeks. That seems nice. Okay. I'm kind of giving up on all of this pretty quickly. Yeah, this looks good. That's a good head. Hairstyle. This is the 6 hairstyle. We've got Okay, you know what? I like 6. Do we want to give her some sort of crazy, wacky color here? Because the protagonist of this Mass Effect game, unlike the original trilogy, where the protagonist was sort of a literal wet blanket, these writer kids are kind of more wacky jokesters and pranksters and fun people. Can we represent that in this character model? I wonder.
I think we both can, and that we should.
Okay, I like this sort of soft cotton candy that I've... Do you agree or disagree? Also, you're lagging way behind me, so I can't really ask you for real-time opinions on what I'm doing.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to be lagging behind me. Yeah. You know what? It's superb. And this is sort of the eye selection wheel where I just whip this dot around a triangle and it turns my character's eyes different colors. I I don't understand anything that's happening with this wheel. But I do believe I've created a symbiote. I have created a horrible facsimile of human life. We were too busy trying to see if we could play God. We didn't stop to ask if we should. So yeah, we're just kind of, I don't know how to fix the eyes, so they're just stuck looking like that now. No makeup. She's a woman on a mission. Scar tissue that I wish you saw. Let's see if we can. Ooh, that's a gnarly one. Yeah, there's a lot of, and her comical sort of anime style hair really covers up most of the scars. We can kind of hide one. That's like, did I see a scar there? And then this slider below it is, of course, called Scar Intensity, where on the low end of the spectrum, this scar will engage you in small talk at a party, and on the very far end of the spectrum, it'll ask you about, like, Hurricane Katrina. Because it's like, dude, I'm just trying to enjoy this Smirnoff wine cooler, and I really did not need to hear about apartheid right now. Also, those are your topical references. What a weird guy we're talking to at this party. What an intense scar. The thing about, and I love this game, I'm the only one on Earth that does. The thing about this game is that the tattoos are sort of largely garbage. And you don't have any modifiers to them. Like, it is what it says on the tin. And if I went with this sort of vertical strip down her face, there's no way to, like, fade it or change it colors. That's just what she looks like now. But I'm into this sort of, and you'll see this in 15 to 20 seconds for us, sort of cloud of techno babble over her right eye that I think we're going to stick with. A lot has happened to this character's eyes. Oh, I can change the color. Nah, why mess with perfection? Yep, select, confirm. That is what she looks like, this powerful woman of purple hair. Choose training. I would like some. So they give you all these options for, like, how you start off your character, but they can learn literally anything over the course of the game. But just about doesn't matter. And do we like Sarah? I don't, because it's my ex-girlfriend's name. So we're going to erase that. And we're going to go with the name of a woman that I've never dated. Let's say Shailene. Or we could go with Anna Kendrick Ryder. Nope, can't do that. Anna Kend? Nope. Sort of a character limit on first names, which I feel is really stifling my creativity. Parsec. That's a space word. Star Wars did that one.
Yeah.
Are there any female names you're feeling, Forrest?
Do you have no space for a Samantha? It's like a combination of Samantha and Emily.
Samantha? You know what? We do have room for Samantha, and God bless it, that's her name now. It's sort of a space name. Now we could also customize our twin brother, and be here for another 47 or so more years, if that's what you want. I'm just going to kind of pick, and I hope this doesn't sound discriminatory, I'm going to pick another Asian and just call it good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
And our twin is set. We have the same tattoo. Apparently, it's a family birthmark.
Oh, yep. Can you name them?
Can I name the twin?
Yeah.
Can I name the twin? Can I name you? This boy staring at me blankly. I can give him makeup though, and I'll keep looking for these sort of twin customization options. Name. But I'm really gonna stop and play a little Barbie makeup simulator right now. I'm gonna dress this boy up a little bit. Give him some sort of like Fifth Element. No, it only lets me do red for the blush. Okay, that's fine. Just keep putting my fucking creativity in a box, video game. Just keep fucking me harder, eh? Oh my god, it took me forever, but I figured out how to use the color wheel. But it's too late now. We've already created our character, and I sincerely don't want to go back. Is sort of my official position on that. But yeah, so I'm kind of taking this other writer, and normally when I create a character in a video game, I like to keep it sort of, keep it realistic so it doesn't ruin the emotional moments of the video game, kind of breaking my own rule here for this, because again they're letting me, although this lipstick color optimization is not actually changing the color of his lips to any degree that I can see. Oh, I need to pick the lipstick style, the lipstick stains on the front lobe of my left side brains. I knew I wouldn't forget you. So yeah, he's got like a Princess Amidala thing going on right now. Forrest, you'll see that in a little bit. And yeah, I'm sort of, yeah?
If I may, right now, all that's happening is I see a cursor moving above a screen that says apply settings, yes or no.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what it has been.
For a little bit?
Time. Yeah.
I see. Well, that's interesting, because I have definitely hit apply settings a long time ago.
Hey,
oh,
you're there.
Okay, well that's.
Can you move your cursor around a bit?
What?
Can you move your cursor around a bit?
No. I'm sort of waving it in front of his face, and he's not looking at it, which I was really hoping he would sort of have this sort of inner sentience that we didn't know about.
Okay, there it is. There it is.
So it was goofing for a little while.
Yeah, it was goofing, but we're up to top non-goof speed.
Okay, I'm glad we've gotten off of goof speed, because I've kind of under apparently cover of night, I have indeed sort of goofed this guy 6 ways to Sunday, and that's what he looks. What were we trying to do? Find his name.
Yeah.
That's okay. I remember vaguely that that's what we were going after.
And I was just wondering if like how you felt about like bad one.
Bad. Oh, this is the evil twin.
Or you know, just the bad one.
Bad one. Damn. It does not seem like I can. So his name is just going to be Alec. That is. Oh no, I'm sorry. Alec is my dad. Yeah, it does not seem to let me be able to. Wow, flipping back and forth between the twin they want me to have and the twin that I have created for myself is sort of it's a very jarring little experience. But thank you for bringing that the stream is broken Kevin thing to my attention. See, that's why I'm glad I have friends here, because I would have never, ever noticed that on my own.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm sorry I didn't bring it up sooner.
That's okay, my friend. We're gonna go on casual because I'm not a real gamer, and also I don't want to die for the stream and have it be very embarrassing. Unlike the technical issues, which are not embarrassing to any significant degree, because that's kind of par for the course here on the Kevin Lanigan Video Game Network.
KVN?
Yeah, KVM. KVGM. Oh, now I just sound like the angry video game nerd. Well, that's unfortunate for me and everybody else.
It sure is.
So this game is presented by Electronic Arts, and thank you for presenting this game to us, you garbage mega corporation.
I think Lexi's on, and
oh yeah.
Can you hear me? Am I here?
I can. You can now. Welcome. Sorry, you are not currently playing The Sims, which was your original plan for the evening. But you can watch me be a space lady.
We are. Oh, this seems fine. I think okay. Leaving behind families.
Perfect. So yeah, if you want to pull up the YouTube live, and I'm pretty sure all the viewers of this particular stream are the people actively participating in it. But that's been my life. I don't do anything expecting anybody to actually pay attention to it.
Well, that's actually what delayed me. Is I think. But you just mentioned the stream being broken, so maybe that was everybody experiencing that and not just me. So that's why I don't know. I was having issues over here. But now I'm here.
Perfect. This is the video game that we are actively speaking over, making sure that you can't hear any of the good important details that make up the video game Mass Effect Andromeda. A game, again, that only I seem to enjoy. That's not true. Joe Conroy, my friend and ex-roommate, who is currently at a Council of Bartenders meeting, the Bartenders Guild of St. Louis, he also enjoys this.
I didn't feel close enough to him to call him out on that, so I just didn't say anything.
Yeah, the Bartenders Guild, if he's not wearing a fucking robe right now and speaking in hushed tones over a table with a pentagram on it, I'll be fucking pissed. Yes, welcome to the video game that found me at exactly the right time. This game came out about a month before I was going to move from St. Louis to New York. And sort of that made it perfect for me at that time. This video game of like space exploration and taking a close group of trusted collaborators and going on this journey to places unknown, being the first human to set foot in these new planets, these new civilizations, was really like a formative, important experience for me, and apparently nobody else. But I really, really loved basically all 58 hours of this game that I played. I do not like the ending, but that happens sometimes. And I do not like the beginning because it's RPG, and the beginning of every single RPG over the course of time is in fact bad. It's not, they're not good, they're bad. Every video game is like, yes, we're going to take you on an epic fantasy journey, but please, 2 hours of being a farmer first.
Did people actually really hate this game? Was that the collective?
Yeah. Oh, this game is like reviled. I'm sure at the end of this game, it's going to make just about every bottom 10 list except for mine, because I love this game. But it's me, and I don't even think the people that made this game maybe love this game. Because the thing is, and people you never know when it comes to like the production of things, you know, what happened behind the scenes of Ant-Man, etc., etc. But this game had a 5-year production cycle where everything in it was thrown out multiple times, and essentially everything in this game was made in a year, which, if you know anything about the production of video games, is fucking 1/5 of the time you should take to make a video game of this size. So it is janky and often broken, but God bless it, I love it. Like, yes, sometimes characters appear inside of other characters, and things don't work, and sometimes Ryder walks funny, but God bless it, I love this video game. And now we see our character interacting with the video game characters that the game intended to exist, and this is going to be embarrassing for us the entire time.
And what's her name again?
Samantha? A combination of Samantha and Emily. You can sort of blame Forrest for that one. I know I do.
That's fine. That's fine. I can get into that.
It's not. It's not.
Easy is no fun. We're gonna be kind of a goofball. I have to imagine.
And I'm in this game as a blue alien, apparently. So.
Buckle up.
Yes, that's you. That's you. I didn't know you were Marjorie Tyrell from the hit video game Game of Thrones. Did I call it a video game? It is. There are a couple Game of Thrones video games. There was a Facebook game I played for a little while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
That cash cow.
You controlled a house, and you had like servants, and like every other piece of Game of Thrones media that spins off of the show, you play a character that has so much interaction with the main characters of Game of Thrones that it defies all plausibility that you are not on the show Game of Thrones. That was sort of, I don't know why I clicked on the explain this more option if we're just going to talk over everything. Please, tell me more about these things that I'm not going to pay any attention to.
As the team's mission computer, your well-being is my primary concern.
It's going to be good. I don't know if y'all have the audio from the stream on, but boy, is that music cutting in and out periodically.
We won't know for sure until we get you
I
in
do
the
not.
field. How are you feeling otherwise?
Don't worry about it.
Mine on either.
Don't worry about it. It's not.
Missing out.
No.
I detect an increased
There have
level
been
of
smoother
adrenaline
streams,
system.
but the thing about streaming Mass Effect Andromeda is if the game hiccups or
Can't afford
chugs,
space without my
people just
coffee.
assume it's the game and not me.
You're all done. Let's get you on your way. Though you may want
Um,
to hang
I,
around while we revive your
I turned
own.
on the
It always
audio
helps
and it was
to see a familiar
horrifying.
face. I like the sound of that.
Well, do
I
you
was
hear
hearing this
those
from the past.
those unholy
Wasn't-
shrieks? Yeah, it's not good. Actually, yeah, turn off the video game audio. I don't know why the fuck I told you to do that. It was like, hey, Marty McFly, go like kiss the you from the past. It'll end up great. But essentially, for anybody curious about what the fuck is going on, we are on the human arc. Essentially, during the events of the original Mass Effect trilogy, each of the major species in the game launched an arc of colonists to another galaxy to attempt to set up, like, you know, build a territory, build civilizations, meet the species native to the galaxy.
Everyone okay? I think so.
You know,
What happened?
shit to that
We're not
effect.
sure.
But
Sensors
obviously
are
something is going
But
horribly,
it's good to
horribly
see
wrong
you.
because
Feels
this
like
is a
centuries
video
since
game,
we spoke.
and God bless it. That process just can't go smoothly. And over the loudspeaker right now is Ryder Sr.,
You heard him.
as
Let's
portrayed
get-
by
We have a
Mr.
problem over
Krabs.
here.
Clancy Brown,
It's
Mr.
Scott Ryder.
And so we've all been horribly awoken from like 600 years of cryogenic freezing to see that in sort of a technical term, shit is fucked. And that's just what we're looking at here. I was hoping to fiddle with some of the options here, but we're just going to press on like the brave space explorers
wrong?
that we are.
I don't know. Have to check it out.
Oh, we're in space.
Right.
Yeah, we are we are in
Oh.
space.
Brother, okay.
We are on the human arc, and we
Scott's
have
fine.
indeed
His
arrived
vitals are strong,
in
but the revival procedure
the
is
Andromeda cluster like we wanted to. But again, God bless it, things did not go as we planned. What do
I
I...
just wanted to feel that pause there.
I don't like the sound of that. Don't worry. It just means the process could take a
Shit
bit longer
just
than
can't go
usual.
good for me.
Sam?
My connection to Scott's implant was
How
suspended.
is the game like
However,
this
his
start and
pulse,
stop? Like,
respiration, and brain
I'm like
activity
looking at the
are
screen,
all
so it's a bit older, but like you walk for a bit, then you talk to somebody,
To be
and
on
you
the
have like
safe
a whole,
side, we'll
almost
need to
like
keep
a
him in a
cutscene
low-level coma
Yeah.
for a while.
from a.
It's
And
like
then
a, it's a
Welcome.
choose your adventure
Naturally.
video game, basically.
He'll be fine.
Yeah,
Glad to hear it.
essentially.
Thanks, Alexia.
Yeah,
Keep
welcome
us
to the wide, wide world of Mass
I'll wait
Effect
for you
franchise of video
whenever
games,
you're
where
ready.
you'll do 1 second of action, and then you'll talk for the length of an entire video game.
Them in the pot for now.
And then, yeah, it's a real good process. Everybody loves it. God bless
Now
it.
in this game,
Yes.
though, are there moments? I don't know if it's this game or if I've seen it in something else where you have to make the decision really fast, like it times you.
No, that's more of a Telltale thing.
That's what I'm thinking of then, most likely.
Yes. And I think that was one of the most brilliant choices they sort of made in the creation of the Telltale brand, was giving you those forced choices and making it so that like you couldn't take it. In this Mass Effect game, if I have a choice, whether it's dialogue or whatever, I can take my dear sweet ass time making that choice and really like mull it over. I can read a good book if I'd like to. I can make sort of a 3-course meal and then come back, and the game will have not changed at all based upon like me taking the entire course of a human life. I could go start a family, and provided that I leave the Xbox on, it will not have affected how that choice plays out. However, yeah, in a Telltale game, if they're like, hey, who's going to live and who's going to die, you have to make that choice in about 4 seconds. And it really, better puts you in the shoes of that character. But also is very stressful.
Yeah, watching somebody play Heavy Rain was the most like inducing things I've ever seen.
Right. And that game has like permadeath, right? Where like character dies and like, well, your game is fucked.
Yeah, you have to go back to 1.
Relay to
Damn. Back to your one. Hey, that's a film joke for all of you people out there. This game was also made during a voice actor strike. They kind of had to, like, because EA is a greedy company, they kind of had to, like, shit out this game. Is it doing the apply settings thing again?
It is, actually.
Yeah. God bless it! Well, okay, we're gonna do a thing, and it is going to affect the streaming quality, but at least it won't be the words apply settings over the entire game. You think that would be an interesting? Yeah, I tried to change the aspect ratio to make it like run smoother, because right now it's in like a windowed box. And I think the creators and fans of Mass Effect Andromeda, oh boy, does that really affect the frame rate though. Oof, but doofa. But yeah, so we're gonna I'm gonna troubleshoot for a second, and I apologize to the video game viewing audience that is just gonna watch this character stand here for a little bit while I troubleshoot. But like, good lord, is that messing with some stuff? How's the stream? Is it awful?
I mean, I can see your character now, which is a positive step forward.
That is a step up from what we've been doing.
And now it looks like the window just sort of became larger a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying some stuff, but it's ultimately not working excellent.
That was close.
It's good to try new things.
That's right. Give it the old college try, even though I've been out of college for 2 fucking years.
Not sure your dad'll see it that way.
Okay, you're moving now.
It looks fine.
It looks fine?
Yeah.
Is it chug-a-luggin' like Thomas the Tank Engine?
Go ahead and take us to the bridge.
I mean, I guess she's moving slower than she probably actually is on your end.
No, she's moving pretty fucking slowly on my end, and I was just wondering if that was like making it a terrible bad video game stream.
It's not.
This is what the people show up to Kevin Landing and YouTube streams for, is awful stream quality. Like, you're really not here because you want the optimal video game experience. You're here because you can tolerate to hear me for an extended period of time, which continues to shock me.
Well, I thought she was moving a little slowly, but I wasn't totally sure, so I feel like it's not that bad then, you know?
Yeah.
Smoother on the stream than it is on my screen, because I have the YouTube app pulled up right now, and it seems to be fine on the YouTube app, which is a very strange series of phenomena. But I'm just gonna live with it. And that's my dad.
This cutscene looks fine right now. Everything seems to be moving normally.
You may be Pathfinder, but this is my ship.
You gotta give the fans what they want.
In the absence of communication with the Nexus or the other arcs.
Yeah, I don't understand how any of this shit works, but whatever.
Solid ground.
If it's even out there.
So what you were saying earlier, it seems like this game was made under like some Hobbit level circumstances.
In fact, very specifically Hobbit level circumstances. You know, the main team behind the original Mass Effect trilogy of games left the company sometime during the process of making this game, which is never a good sign.
Can you blame?
Wait, for real?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not making a Hobbit joke right now. And then for real, the game, because like there were deadlines to be hit, was kind of shit out in about a third of the time that it was needed to make a game of quality, certainly up to the standard of, and I'm not making this up, the original trilogy. Yeah, in fact, it's a very Hobbit-like situation. I'm gonna side with the lady in this.
She is the captain. I think she gets the final word. Well, he might.
This isn't
I'm
about
sorry,
having
I
a
just
final word.
I know, it's you.
Yes, sir.
I'd never thought about it that way
Coming
until
through.
right now. But yeah, here it is.
My God.
We're sort of, you know, there's some fucking alien goo in space,
That's
and it's
Habitat 7.
fucking with our shit.
New Earth, if we're lucky.
And that's my papa, who is the Pathfinder. Which, spoilers, I become later when Papa dies.
Green zone. Perfect for human settlement.
What does the Pathfinder do?
Finds paths primarily.
I want that. I want to be that one.
Gotcha. No, it essentially, like, they are the person in charge of this arc and this mission of finding new habitable worlds in this new galaxy. We kind of went all the races of the galaxy kind of went in balls deep in this mission of like, we're just gonna go for it and not really like think about where we're going or how we're going to get there. But we'll appoint these pathfinders that are ostensibly the champions of this mission, the protagonists of these missions, if you will.
We don't know how bad it is yet. Still seems like it's our best shot.
I will.
And so, like, there are different arcs for the different races of the Mass Effect universe, most of which were set up in the previous trilogy of games, the original trilogy. And, yeah.
We're marooned. 20,000 souls.
This is the human arc, and we have no idea where the other arcs are. Everyone was supposed to arrive right now and smoothly, but we are the only ones who have arrived, and it was not smooth.
As Pathfinder, it'll be my job to find an alternative. It's what we trained for. But if this goes well, we are already home.
There's some shit afoot.
All right, just make it quick.
Harper, the rest of the team should be awake by now. Have them spin up 2 shuttles.
What's wrong with your eye?
Whose eye?
Samantha Lee?
Samantha Lee? I have a scar on my left eye. It's sort of a scratch, like I was attacked by a large cyber tiger. And then on my right eye is what appears to be some elephant shit that was thrown at my face. I just left it there as a mark of how tough I am and to ward off potential predators. No, it's a tattoo. And I love this game. I don't think the tattoos in this game look good at all. But I decided to give one to my anime protagonist.
Stubborn runs in the family. Guess I rubbed off on him.
Yeah, this is I didn't actually really look at our character up until like right now.
And you realize the horrible mistake that we've made.
I need an ETA on our sensor repairs. We're blind out here.
You're kind of seeing just how bad the whole our character situation is.
It's not so bad. It's okay.
Keep telling yourself that, buddy.
I mean, you're in space, so anything goes, right?
Yeah. I mean, like...
That's the official space motto.
It is now.
Anything goes, baby. This is Cora. I love her.
I'm sure Scott will pull through.
Hi, Cora.
Yeah. And when he does,
this is
badass.
Oh, she's great.
Let's get out there and find
I like her a lot. This game is sort of turns her into a legend. I'm gonna run away from my own joke real fast. There we go.
The what? It's an old superstition.
Gonna read all the things. Gonna pull up all the things that I see and not read them. Gonna scan everything. I don't know if this is going to turn into a long-term like series play on this channel. I don't know if anything ever will, but this is as good a game as any. And my buddy and fellow YouTube star Adustus put out a video about the original Mass Effect trilogy the other day, and I was like, why don't I be the only person that likes this game and do it very publicly? And invite some of my friends to join in this revelry with me. This perverse revelry. Because this is a horny game. It's a real randy game. This game is like dry humping the couch. And that's just something we gotta... I'm gonna go look at this rock.
Good luck,
Dad's rock.
Your dad was mountain climbing.
This rock is my dad. I lied when I told you that Clancy Brown is my dad. This rock is my dad. It is on this rock that is made of my dad that I will build my church. You'll see this in a second, but I'm standing next to the water cooler, and you kind of need to know that for me to do this next joke. Are you ready? Hey, did you see Game of Thrones last night?
We don't.
Better not.
Get it? We're talking about it around the water. Anyway, let's go have a space adventure.
That's a good idea.
Thanks. I thought so too. And this is what space looks like.
Dr. Carlisle, with
there are a lot of randos here. There's a lot of, I wish the game had gone full red shirt and put them in red armor, but there's a lot of expendable people coming with us on this mission. Fair warning. Don't get attached to Dr. Carlisle.
Be one for the history books.
That's such a great name.
Small step.
You know?
I'm pretty sure your dad will handle.
And he's probably such a great doctor.
Oh, I mean, he did get booted to space. Like, I wouldn't send a bad doctor to space. Name the famous space doctors. Dr. McCoy, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Kevorkian, who will be sent to space soon enough.
Your brother's strong. He'll make it.
He better. You'll get why I just said he better in a second. It's hard to live react to a video game.
Never was an early riser.
And that other people are not at the same
Just
time.
don't let it get to you.
But we saw what happened to the chugga-lugga of the video game when we tried to Google Hangout and stream at the same time last week. No go. Thumbs down from the video game audience.
Yeah. I think one guy even commented on it.
Team,
his name was Okay, and if you guys want to send him some internet hate, go ahead.
But because you're dreamers.
I've added to the chat, and I've posted Get Andromeda, and I think it's an appropriate feeling for this moment in time.
Discovering what lies beyond.
Thanks for joining me on this weird journey.
Back on this, and they will.
I did have one thought, just for the viewing audience. I got a text from Redbox today for a code for one free night rental.
Oh shit! Put it in the chat. If you're not going to use it, put it in the chat.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to Redbox tonight for that.
There you go.
It's just too far. It's just too far from me. It's not like I live near like 5. It's
put it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like there's a Redbox every 30 fucking feet in this country. You return your damn movies to all of them. And I see a Redbox, I'll grab 3 movies, I'll watch maybe fucking one of them, $9 down the drain. That is how I saw Doctor Strange, though, was via Redbox rental.
God, I still haven't seen that.
It's... You know what? I think people shit on Marvel movies too much anyway. And it's weird defending, like, the biggest thing to happen in movies in a long-ass time. Weird to defend that. But people are like, they're all samey, they're all the same. And I'm moving the mouse in time with me saying this to really emphasize my point. They're all the same, it's all samey. Like, if Doctor Strange didn't have the Marvel name on it and was made by, like, fucking Lars von Trier, film nerds would be shitting their fucking pants over it because of the imagery in that movie. The crazy, like, mindscapes that they conjure are insane, and I think they don't necessarily get the respect they deserve sometimes because of that. Like, Iron Man 3 is a really great movie about, like, processing grief, but because it has a Superman in it, people don't really give it, like, a lot of credit in that regard. And, you know, like, Winter Soldier is the most political thriller in 40 years. But because, like, it's got the Marvel name on it, people are like, oh, they're all the same. Even though the 2 Marvel movies released in the year 2014, Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain America Winter Soldier, could not be more fucking different if they tried. One of them's not even a superhero movie. In fact, both of them aren't really, like, superhero movies as I understand them. One of them is a political thriller, and the other one is a fucking Animal House buddy romp with a raccoon and a goddamn pre-man.
Oxygen levels are below minimum human requirements.
I did see Doctor Strange recently, actually, and I also quite liked it.
The ending of that movie is really, really good. And no spoilers, but, like, the way they use, like, cleverness instead of explosions. And don't get me wrong, I like explosions. But that game really, fuck, everything's a game now. That movie thought of a really clever ending that I like a lot. Yeah, go check out Doctor Strange if you missed it. I'm gonna go see
Netflix right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna see the new Spider-Man sometime this week.
I'm seeing it tomorrow. I'm very excited.
I got some podcasts to produce and stuff, but I will be seeing it soon.
Tuesday's the day I see movies, because that's when they're $5. So.
Yeah, at Williamsburg Cinema, it's a little bit different. But I'm very excited. I recently watched The Amazing Spider-Man for the first time, sort of as a primer, and nothing could be worse than that shit. So it's all uphill from here, baby.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, that's what is your like theater situation like in the big NYC?
So I live in a very like working class Spider-Man-esque neighborhood, which means that I have to travel like 40 minutes by train to find a movie theater. But yeah, it's just like a quick jaunty train ride over to Williamsburg for me. And they have like a multiplex. That's where I saw Guardians 2. I haven't been to the movies a lot. I need to find like one of those niche New York theaters that are going to show the movies that never came to St. Louis, Missouri. I need to find my equivalent of that. But I'm very much looking forward to that experience. I'm looking forward to having enough money to go to the movie theater frequently.
Yeah, it gets. Are like tickets? How much is like a ticket there on like a weekday?
From what I remember, it's about the same as it would be in St. Louis. Because movie theaters are overpriced everywhere.
Did we really do that?
Yeah.
Or are we dead and don't know it?
I was
yeah.
We found hell.
I was talking to Bern the other day. We're like,
why?
Oh
Yeah.
man. Because he's a bad man.
He needed a talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were talking about like how infrequently we go to the movies because of the cost, and he was like, yeah, like back in the day, like you could go see like a double feature with a short film and a cartoon at the beginning for like a nickel.
I've seen my share of trouble. Nothing crazy, but
Was he alive then, or?
And back in my fucking day, I had to walk uphill both ways in the rain. I would take the double fucking rain hill route because it was harder and I liked it that way. Fuck me, right? I was a goddamn moron. The past was terrible. The audio hiccups that the streaming audience might be hearing vis-a-vis my jetpack is not actually the stream. That's just the game. Is that sometimes that sound effect does not play in full. Jetpack.wave does not always play the way it should.
Found that out the hard way.
Do I have a gun? I do have a gun. Thank the Lord.
That's my favorite recording artist there.
Lord.
Lord. Yeah.
I'm not gonna holster my weapon. All right, video game.
Sam said it's dark energy.
The companion that I'm traveling with right now is named Liam. Yeah. He's fun. He's funny, and he has a lot of feelings, and he loves football. Football, the Europe kind. He has a British accent that neither one of my stream partners can hear, but like, you know, for a game recorded during a voice actor strike, I like a lot of the performance in this game, particularly this fucking guy. This fucking Liam guy that I'm hopping on right now. Get on up now. Liam, get on up now. I guess I'm the only one with a jetpack at current. Later, all your squad mates get jetpacks so they can follow you where you travel, because once you're like, this is a Mass Effect game with a jetpack, I'm never not jetpacking. Welcome to my podcast, Never Not Jetpacking. That was a Never Not Funny Jimmy Pardo reference. But yeah, this is Never Not Jetpacking, where we're always talking about jetpacks. Episode 1, The Rocketeer. Episode 2, oops, ran out of jetpacks. I'm sorry, RoboCop 3 has a jetpack.
Like the Batman movie with the shark? Does that have a...
Which one?
The one with the shark.
Is this for real?
I'm sorry, which movie?
Oh, the Batman movie.
Oh, like the Adam West Batman movie?
Yeah.
No.
I like the joke out of that. No, it did not. But you know what it did? The Batman, the Mask of the Phantasm.
Ooh, hey, good deep Batman pull. That's a good movie. Welcome to the Batcast, where we're talking all things Batman. Welcome back to Fat Man on Batman, where I'm Kevin Smith, and this is Roddy McDowell from Groundhog Day and Multiplicity. We're going to be talking about Batman every week, because, yep, there's enough to talk about Batman every fucking week.
We get up that cliff, we find high ground.
He's got like 5 comic book series running at all times, and that's not stupid. This week, we're talking about Beavis again. This is the Beavis cast. We're breaking down Batman versus Superman minute by minute. Here's the first minute, in which I committed ritualistic suicide. I didn't see Batman, Superman, Superman. I don't feel like I need to. I might do it. I do want someone, and if anybody ever finds this, please send it to me. I don't care if this is 8 months after the stream is posted in the playlist. If you ever find a supercut of all the Jesse Eisenberg scenes, please send them to me. That's all I actually want to see in that fucking movie, because that looks like the most entertaining thing in the world. I'm not particularly interested in Batman or Superman or how they might verse each other, and I'm certainly not interested in any sort of justice dawning. But God bless it, do I love me an actor going as far as they need to go and then 10 times further. I really love Jake Gyllenhaal in Okja for that exact reason, where it seems as if nobody stopped him. He was not given directions so much as nobody stopped him. And he's in a lot of scenes opposite Tilda fucking Swinton, and Tilda's like, dude, calm down.
It's not a hotel, that's for sure.
Looks like we might be in deep.
New galaxy, new ways to die.
Just not today.
Ryder, it's Fisher.
Everybody remember Fisher? I don't.
Fisher?
Oh, I'm sorry. He's being held captive by these bone men. The bone men appear on your stream in 3, 2. I timed this out badly. 1. There they are, bone men.
Yeah, said no one in the field ever. How do we handle it?
Those are the Ket. They are the principal antagonists of this video game known as Mass Effect Andromeda.
Just be ready.
I just can't get over the nickname of Bone Man.
Yeah, I think we're not going to refer to them as anything other than Bone Men. Hey, Bone Men! I need to approach the Bone Men currently for a sort of diplomatic
We can't understand you.
Mission.
Give us our man, or this gets ugly.
Oh wait, so did you call them Bone Men? That's not what the game calls them?
No, the game in no way refers to them as Bone Men. That's okay. And boy, the like frame lag on my end is very bad. It's hard to fight in the video game.
The stream's looking okay.
Okay, well, that's good.
You have to sacrifice for your art or something like that.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, if anybody was hoping that this would be the optimal way to experience Mass Effect Andromeda, it fucking ain't.
Thanks for jumping in.
I just have to thought like linking this in Reddit and being like a great Mass Effect Andromeda demo.
We're having a real discussion about the game and its intricacies and its
we still don't even know what they wanted.
Multiple narratives, literary references, and the way the characters interact with each other and us, the audience. Let's make 19 more Beavis jokes. Fucking. Let's discuss further Batman, Superman, Superman. Has any of the 3 of us seen Batman, Superman, Superman?
Actually, my dad got it for me, and it is still like a long time ago. And
unopened.
Still wrapped. Yeah, I have not opened it. It is just sitting with the rest of my very few movies that I have, just still wrapped. He hasn't noticed though.
The DVD Blu-ray combo pack remains unopened.
Exactly.
Is it the extended director's cut?
Yeah. Just find us a ride out of here.
No, it is not. It's just that combo situation.
Oh, it is the combo situation. I really hoped it was like a link to like Google Play, a copy of the movie on Google Play that you had unopened, like you got the email from Voodoo, and you said, nah, moved spam. And now you don't get any messages from Voodoo, which is sad.
Oh no, wait, it does say extended cut. It says 30 more minutes.
30 more minutes of Beavis? Gimme.
It says Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital HD with ultraviolet. It is just so...
Your love is ultraviolet.
Oh wait, yeah, it says the theatrical version is PG-13, but the ultimate edition is rated R. So...
Rated R for reckless.
Looks like you knew how to have a gun back there.
Reckless with the Batman cannon.
It's like Wonder Woman takes her top off or something.
Hey, now that's my kind of movie. Now we're talking. So there's a comic book store here in New York City. End of story. No, there's a comic book store here in New York City called Forbidden Planet. And it's right down the street from a 3-story bookstore. But it's called Forbidden Planet. And they had a DVD section, and I was like, perfect. This is gonna be like Hellboy 2 and you know, the Tim Burton Batman movie, and that's what's gonna be in the DVD section of this comic store that children can enter at any time. And you'll understand why I emphasize that in a second. Because this DVD collection is nothing but cheap-ass sci-fi movies and pornography.
The pinnacle of mankind.
Like, it's old-fashioned, like, Pete the Boy goes to a slumber party smut. Like, back when porn movies were full-length films released on DV fucking D. But I did get a DVD from that store called Oblivion, not the Tom Cruise one, a George Takei featuring Western from, like, 1980. Like a zero-budget sci-fi Western that I'm very excited to watch. It feels wrong to watch it, A, sober, and B, by myself. So basically I need to make a friend in New York City, and then I'll watch Oblivion.
In my very small hometown, there's a family video still for some reason.
Oh yeah,
and
there are a few of those. There's one in Webster.
It's interesting to me that they still exist, but especially with Redbox. But anyway, there's like a back room it has a door and it says 18 and over. And in high school, when you turned 18, you were supposed to basically go in there and take like a selfie saying that you went in there. And it was all porn, all of it.
Oh yeah. There was one of those sections
I was a lame high school kid.
In my buddy Joey's family owned a video store in town. There were a few video rental stores in Warrenton, Missouri. There's Video Classics. And there's another one, but the one that my friend Joey's family owned did indeed have an adult section. That was, of course, the DVD rental store that my family and I went to about weekly when I was younger, and I would just get Scooby-Doo in cyberspace over and over and over again. It was that and like Pokemon the third movie, because that was the one I didn't own. I had, of course, Pokemon the first movie and Pokemon 2000.
I still have that. Yes, that's my favorite.
2000 is objectively the best one, not the one that has been adapted by me into a musical, but I think it is the best one.
What do you suppose is down?
Of course, on my objective list right now is locate Greer. We are here to find character actress Judy Greer a better career. Because God bless it, she's extraordinarily talented and funny on stuff like Archer, but you ever see her in a movie and it's like she's Ant-Man's bitchy ex-wife, or
Wonder what's in here.
Donald Glover's bitchy ex-wife, or Jason Segel's bitchy ex-wife.
Did you see that?
It's
some kind of
she's
thing.
underappreciated and underutilized
in the medium of film. Absolutely. She had a great show on ABC when I was in like middle school. She was a school counselor and Chris Parnell was the principal. There were only like 6 or 7 episodes of it. I think it was called misguided, but of course it was MISS space guided, because of fucking course it was, because she was a guidance counselor. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It was a good show. It fits that same mold of, like,
You can feel the
shit. Well, I don't remember what I was just thinking of. Never mind. It was on the same, like, ABC block of programming as the show I'm With Her, where a somebody, like, nobody teacher started dating a movie star, played by Terry Polo from the Meet the Parents franchise. I have sort of an intimate knowledge of bad sitcoms from when I was a child. Let me tell you a little something about Less Than Perfect, the Andy Dick featuring sitcom that also aired on the ABC network, of course, in the same programming block as the George Lopez Show, a television show I have an extensive stand-up bit about, which is why I'll never be a successful stand-up.
Hello.
Yes?
Oh, sorry. I didn't, like, there was, like, no sound. And I got concerned.
Oh, no.
I got distracted by my phone. I apologize.
I just shut up for half a second, which admittedly is weird for me.
Sorry, I was looking up the IMDb of Caroline Williams, the creator of Misguided.
Oh! What else has she done?
She went on to do, just talking about producing and I guess writing, because after this I'll have you explain to me how that works.
Yes, sir!
Went on to produce Modern Family, Up All Night. That was another production by Mitchell Hurwitz, Arrested Development, who created Arrested Development.
Up All Night was a production of Mitchell Hurwitz?
I think it was. Let me look that up. Is that the one with
Will Arnett?
Yeah, it was. Will Arnett, Christina Applegate.
Yes, sir. And Maya Rudolph.
Oh, wait, no, I lied to you. It was not.
You
mother Will Arnett.
Fuck.
With the team that dug up Prothean artifacts.
But yeah, Caroline Williams worked on Up All Night, Arrested Development, BoJack Horseman, Girl Boss, and
the Netflix original Girl Boss.
Yeah, I've yet to see that.
I hear it's about a girl boss.
I've heard that she's pretty boss.
There's also a podcast called Girl Boss, and I believe a book. So I don't know what the fuck that is.
Definitely not from the Milky Way.
One of this. Think this don't got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had some questions about the production of television.
This was their planet. They'd know.
Oh yeah. So it seems like writers are also listed as like producers sometimes, or executive producers.
Sure.
How does that work?
Okay. So executive producer is sort of, well, it depends. Executive producer is one of those things that can mean approximately 47 different things depending on the project, the person, and their involvement. For instance, Steven Spielberg is the executive producer of the Transformers franchise of films. However, I feel as if Steven Spielberg has about as much to do with those movies as I do. But his name is on them, which, you know, and because he's Steven Spielberg, he sort of gets this executive producer credit. And sure, he probably had something to do with, like, getting the movies going, but God bless it, I just feel as if he doesn't have a lot of script say on Transformers The Last Night. But in the world of television, which I'm slightly more familiar with and has a little bit more in the way of hard an executive producer is sort of the official title and often the IMDb title of the showrunner. Executive producer is often the person that created the show, especially if that person goes on to then run the show, which is not always the case. J.J. Abrams helped create Lost, but he had very little to do with Lost after the first episode and certainly after the first season. But he retained that executive producer credit throughout because who doesn't like money? And having J.J. Abrams' name on something, even in the year 2004, was a pretty cool bit of clout to have. You know, he did Alias and all that shit. So often, executive producer in the world of television means sort of the showrunner, the person that is there and is overseeing the full process of the show, including writing and getting production set up and booking actors and guest stars and calling people that need to be called. That's often why shows are often run in teams. Someone to more think about the business side of things and someone to more think about the creative side of things. And sometimes those roles overlap, like when Community first started up, for instance. There were a lot of different people told that they would ostensibly be running Community. There was, of course, Dan Harmon, the creator, but they also brought on Neil Goldman and another producer that I can't remember, and they had worked on, like, Scrubs. So they were sort of brought on to also, they were sort of told that they would have a huge creative say on the show, which ultimately they really didn't. And that was sort of NBC going, like, we don't really trust this Dan Harmon guy. He got fired from the Sarah Silverman program. But they retained executive producer positions for a couple years, even though, again, their impact on the show is not everything that position would have necessarily implied. But yes, it's like all forms of a producer. Like Tom Wilson says in his great song about not liking to be identified as Biff Tannen in public, what does a producer do? I don't know. And yeah, it is sort of this nebulous position. But ostensibly, if you see someone on IMDb identified as the executive producer of a television show, they're running the show. And there are regular producers, there are episode producers, and often when a writer wrote an episode of a TV show, so say you wrote the most recent episode of Modern Family, there's of course a script that existed and got written and finalized in the process of pre-production. However, the episode writer will be on set for the course of the filming to do any rewrites that need to happen, to be a liaison between the executive producer and the set, because the executive producer is a very busy person and can't always be there. So, like, those episodes of Parks and Recreation that are written by Joe Mandy, he was the liaison between the production of Parks and Recreation and Michael Schur, the creator of Parks and Recreation. Yeah, does that answer your question adequately? I feel like I sort of rambled while playing a video game.
Yeah, more than adequately.
Okay.
Yeah. As always, nothing is simple in the entertainment industry.
Nah, baby. But that's our industry, baby!
And then sometimes you make Hobbits. And also Mass Effect Andromeda.
Right. God bless it. I thank you for bringing that parallel to my mind, because now it's all that I'm going to get. But unlike the Hobbit films, I really like this game.
And I had the thought, do enough people, like, do people that not the game, like, know the terrible circumstances of its creation? Or is it kind of like a protest thing, like, we understand it, but you put it out, and, like, so we are going to complain about it?
Right. One of the worst things that I feel has happened to film discourse in about the last decade is the SMARC being developed in the film universe. So in wrestling parlance, which of course I'm going to be using right now, a mark is someone that, like, they're really into wrestling. They'll freak out for wrestling. If a wrestler they likes returns or does something cool, they will, like, flip out. Not just like, I enjoy this sport, or this sports entertainment, quote unquote. But they will flip out. And there's also something called a SMARC, S-M-A-R-K, which is a smart mark. It's a sort of a very good portmanteau. And these are people that are more privy to, like, the business side of things, that are paying attention to, like, writers and storylines and stuff like that, and are and believe themselves to be more privy of the behind the scenes than the average person. Though often they are just as misinformed as someone who does not care about what's happening behind the scenes at WWE and just wants to watch some wrestling. But this also happened in the world of film, and I really don't like it. I mean, it's very interesting to, like, read books and watch documentaries about like troubled productions and stuff like that. You know, there are great documentaries about the makings of films or the almost makings of films. Jodorowsky's Dune, Man from La Mancha, etc., or Lost in La Mancha. American movie, stuff like that. Those can be very, very fascinating. But there is that, like, what film critic Scott Tobias refers to as extratextuals, which is anything that is not physically contained in the work, should be discounted in its sort of critical consensus. Is that, like, it doesn't matter that Francis Ford Coppola had to write the script for Godfather 3 in 6 weeks. Like, what matters is that the movie is not very good. And whether or not you should be able to enjoy or not enjoy Godfather 3, not based on any sort of criteria like that.
Nothing.
You know, you should be able to enjoy Gone Girl without having read the book Gone Girl. And if you can't do that, then that means that is a failing on the part of the film and not a failing on your part for not reading the book Gone Girl before going to go see the movie. I think that, like, when you hear it, like, the entire discussion of the DC slate of films, including Beavis and Suicide Squad, is completely and totally related to they have troubled production. They're trying to keep up with Marvel. They're doing X, Y, Z. And we're not really talking about the movies. And they're not good. But, like, we're not talking about the movies. We're talking about, like, what we believe pre-production on the movies was. And what the, like, editing process on the movies were. And that's not a good film discourse. And I think that, like,
that door opened.
People getting a baseline understanding of what's happening in the film industry was bad for film discourse, because suddenly everybody thinks they're a fucking expert and have something to say about it, when they're just not. And I don't know, I don't like it. Like, it's the same way that, like, I love Marvel post-credit singers. I don't like that that's all anybody wants to talk about when we leave the movie. It's not like, wow, like, I saw an advanced screening of the first Guardians of the Galaxy. And at the advanced screenings of the movie, they did not include the post-credit stinger. I don't know why, but Marvel just did not do that. Maybe. On other movies, they did, but on that one, they didn't. And we saw Guardians of the Galaxy, which may very well be the best Marvel film. Like, bar none, flat out, it might be the best one. But when we left the preview screening, all I heard anybody talking about was, I can't believe there wasn't an end tag. That's all I heard after watching the wonderful film that is the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Looks like they were trying to tunnel in.
Or, like, all anybody wants to talk about is, like, Thanos. But I'm like, guys, we just saw the Avengers. Like, can we talk about the great movie that we just saw? And it's just something that really annoys me in current film discourse. What were we talking about before I started doing this?
I believe he asked if people knew that they were going to get a bad game when they played the game.
Oh, is that the original question? Did I completely misunderstand the original question and go on about some bullshit?
No, I think you expanded upon it. No, I think you were fine.
I think there was some early footage released, and all you hear about Mass Effect Andromeda is the facial animations. That's all you hear about this game.
I heard that's bad about it. I don't know anything else about it.
Right, that's all anybody focused on. That's all anybody talked about or did or wrote about was the facial animations in this game. Because, yeah, they're wonky. They're not. There are better facial animations in other games and in this same franchise. But, like, it's all anybody talked about. And then, like, after the game came out and it was not received well critically or to fans, and then, like, more and more of the behind the scenes of this game started coming out, and, like, I forget what website ran it, but there's a really great piece about the troubled history and production of this game that reveals the shit that, like, basically everything in it was built in a year, that, like, the animators had no time to make good faces, because of the production of this game, and that's all anybody really talked about for a while, and it's all anybody still fucking talks about. Like, I love Polygon, the video game website, and I listen to and watch just like everything they do. But like all they talk about in relation to this game is the facial animations. And most of them haven't even played the game, but you hear Griffin and Nick and everybody else offhandedly dismissing it without having ever touched it. And, you know, I don't know. I really love this game. And like, to dismiss it without having even played it because you heard the facial animations are not good is not great discourse.
I might call it dumb.
Yeah, and I love those guys and what they do, and you can't, you know, not everybody has time for the 50-hour game, but to, like, dismiss it offhand just kind of because that's what other people are saying is not the right way. I love the movie Your Highness with James Franco and Danny McBride and Natalie Portman. It's really great and underappreciated, and but nobody gave it a chance because, like, people said, oh, it's a dumb stoner movie. But it's, I don't want to say a lot more than that. It is a dumb stoner movie, but it, like, does a lot of really creative shit. And I don't know. Never dismiss anything out of hand. Anything could be good. One of my favorite movies of all time is the fucking Lego Movie, which has no reason to be good. None. Zero reason to be good. But it's fucking great, and so is the Lego Batman movie. And I don't really like Batman all that much.
Plenty of those.
I got one.
Silly.
Yeah.
It's a silly place.
Tis a silly place. Does everybody like me ranting? Apparently that's what this stream is.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I've enjoyed rants.
Sweet. Good. They're
I
coming
think
at you.
it's impressive that you can shoot and kill things while ranting. So.
Not well, but it's there. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know. Got any other questions? Gonna level up my boy Liam Neeson's.
Oh, you can level up your friends too?
Yeah, my friends.
Oh.
Yeah, so that they get good, as the video game people like to say. Get good.
So he can have a specific set of skills.
Hey!
You started it.
I did start Liam Neeson's. And unfortunately, Bruce Willis is not in this game.
Still in one piece.
I just got that, sorry.
It's okay. You good, buddy. I don't get stuff sometimes.
It's important to form like a interpersonal relationships with people, right?
Oh, that's like the whole appeal. Like,
Did these things try talking to you at all?
This is like why you play this game, and that's what makes this game. Because okay, let's talk about Mass Effect. A lot of people hold up the first game as being this like pinnacle of great RPG-ness. First Mass Effect's okay. There are a few really good story beats. There's a lot of bullshit between you and those story beats. And a lot of that bullshit I'm not a huge fan of. Combat is wonky, and you only go to like the same 5 environments over and over again. But like the characters are really good. The story is pretty good. You go to some interesting planets.
Enemy ship on the way!
Yeah.
Get to cover! Go!
But like Mass Effect 2 is my favorite video game of all time. It is like why I love this franchise so deeply and intensely is because of Mass Effect 2. I think that is a tremendous game, and what they did with it's the best like character work that has ever been in a video game, period. Just flat out, full stop. Character has never been done better in a video game, and like the first Mass Effect is like, let's tell a sci-fi story that you get to be the hero of. Mass Effect 2 is entirely made of you are going to meet a great group of characters and become their friend. That is the whole of the plot of Mass Effect 2. You're going to get a team together. You're going to... There's... The game is made up of not that many missions overall. There's one mission for collecting each character. There's one character-based story mission for that character to, quote-unquote, earn their loyalty. and then you go on a big suicide mission. And there's some more overarching plot than that, but that's what it boils down to. And where the game really shines is those character-based story beats. My computer has stopped being able to let me interact with the video game Mass Effect Andromeda for a second there. So if you watch the stream and see me just stand still and die, it's because I lost the ability to interact with Mass Effect Andromeda for a hot minute. My computer is not having a good time right now, but I'm having a gay old time talking to my good friends, Forrest and Alexia.
These things try talking to you at all?
But yeah, what makes that game great and what it all boils down to are these like 12 really great, well-crafted, interesting, unique character missions that you go on with your squad. And then you all come together and pull off one great mission where ostensibly any of these people that you've become friends with could die. And like real world die and not appear in Mass Effect 3. And like the game Mass Effect 3 makes changes based upon like whether or not you let your friends die. And it's a really like sort of perfect encapsulation of video games as a unique storytelling medium. And I really, really like that. And then Mass Effect 3 has a lot of great stuff and some kind of bummer stuff. I really like the ending. There are other parts of the game that I don't like so much. But I think it has problems beyond the ending. But again, all you hear about in regards to Mass Effect 3 is the ending. Like, even if you don't play video games, if you're at all attuned to like popular culture, you've heard about the ending of Mass Effect 3.
I have, yeah.
And how much most people don't like it. I like it a lot. And I think it really like does work with the game it comes before, even though most people disagree with it. But I think the game was going for like some interesting arty shit, and you were either on board for that or you were not. And I like that a lot. Again, for anybody watching the stream and watching me die horribly in this combat, the game running in this windowed mode and like me talking and the game lagging tremendously is having some real impairments on my ability to do good. But hopefully you're having a good time regardless and are not mad that I don't play the video game too good. But also, I think the only people watching the stream right now are us, so who gives a fuck?
It said 5 a second ago.
5? That's so many!
Even if it's 4, we have one friend in the world.
Yeah, so.
That's right. And I'm having a good time. And these streams are for, like, nothing but let's have some fun. And I'm having some fun.
There's too many of them!
And I'm getting to talk about things that I'm passionate about, including but not limited to the Mass Effect franchise of video games.
Harry, you guys okay?
I really would like to know if like someone like takes this red box code.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, like I just want confirmation either way. If somebody does take it.
I mean, you could try to use it, but then I don't know if there's a way to like, you know, say JK, I don't use it anymore if somebody hasn't used it yet.
I gotcha.
Because if you typed it in, it would say, no, sorry, this isn't valid anymore. But then if it was valid, then I think you would, you would use it. So I don't know how that would work.
Just remember, we need
I don't really want the machine to revolt against me if it's no good.
What about the others? Fisher's wounded, but sitting tight.
Nah, me neither,
Weir's
man.
with him.
Yeah, the stream looks so much better than what I'm experiencing. It's hard to articulate how the game is playing in front of my eyes. It's not good, but the stream looks fine, so whatever.
That's really interesting. Typically, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Although I do know back when I used to play Sims 2 forever ago, when that was the most recent version of Sims, they had an in-game camera function, which they still do, but most people don't utilize that. They use like OBS. But it would, when you would record it on my computer, which had a horrible graphics card, it would be so slow. You would have to, I mean, it would take 5 minutes to record something that's actually only taking 30 seconds to happen when you replay it. But then when you played it later, it was totally normal, like nothing was wrong. It was the strangest thing. So that's what this makes me think of. But I don't know what would cause that.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. But I am very new to this whole live streaming thing. And that's obvious. And certainly, I think it comes across in the fact that I can't afford a USB microphone, so I'm using the inbuilt laptop microphone.
It doesn't sound bad.
Okay. Excellent.
Like a little echo every now and then, but like, that's it.
Yeah.
I can keep her stable.
Yeah.
For a while.
Whew, Fadufa.
I mean, I'm just using like a pair of earbuds with a mic, and I don't know how I sound, but
the Pathfinder's position.
if it sounds good, then that's a cheaper solution.
Doesn't look far. Let's make this quick.
Whew.
We have to get there before the storm hits. No detours.
I mean, I have a USB thing, but it's nothing fancy.
I was trying to get readings on that.
It doesn't gotta be fancy. I just like would love $100 to buy like a Blue Yeti microphone
Nice to have you back, Sam.
to use.
How about some good news next time?
Well, yeah, especially with how much you podcast.
Right, because I record everything on that boom microphone that I have and use for film production, which works fine, but it cannot hook up directly to my laptop for exactly this situation.
We're gonna find the Pathfinder, like right now.
That's okay. I do want to set up a Patreon, but I'm gonna wait until Vern's crowdfunding project is done so that like I don't potentially steal any of his thunder away from Pet Turtles, a project I am also involved with.
It's very thoughtful of you.
By the way, go donate to Pet Turtles on Indiegogo.com. I think it's running for like months. I thought the other day when I was on there that it said like 3 months, and I was like, well,
I meant to see how far along it was.
Sam's right.
The other day, yeah. No, go ahead, Forrest.
They're drawing the lightning away.
Oh yeah, right now we're at 970 out of $4,000. That's almost a quarter what we were looking for, and there's 1 month left. So
1 month, yeah. I think that's pretty fucking solid. And it's my understanding from crowdfunding in the past that a lot of it happens at the last minute, and you almost got $1,000 fucking dollars.
Lightning didn't do this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Incendiary rounds.
hell yeah.
Busy.
He wasn't
And
in
I think
seven.
Vern even
He almost
has
ran.
some people in Caesar yet to email, so
Right.
that's good.
No, it's gonna be great. And hey, it's Indiegogo, so even if you don't hit the full amount, you get it. You get what you made, with a bit of a cut taken out of it, but you get what you made.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Ryder, we should turn around before the lightning gets worse.
all gonna go to good use.
Yeah. And I know that, and I'm excited to be a part of the Pet Turtles film project. I really, I've been excited about it since Vern started talking to me about it. And the fact that he wrote a part for me in it is dynamite, as the kids would say. And I'm very, very excited about it.
I am not in any way involved other than donating, but I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. Do a YouTube video about it. YouTube star Alexia Vegas.
That's really funny. But I don't know what video I can make about it.
I don't know, dude. Just say it's gonna be good.
Perfect. It will just be me looking at the camera. Watch this movie. It's not out yet, but watch it.
Donate. Give money. How long has the stream been going on for? Is it my whole life?
It says you started 2 hours ago.
Holy shit. My record is 2.5. If anybody's familiar with most streamers, they do it for like 5-6 fucking hours. Like
Yeah, that's insane. I just discovered that not long ago because I watched Jenna Marbles and her boyfriend. They stream, and they typically do like 1 hour to 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh yeah, normal streamers will go for like 7 hours. Like, that's a joke. That's not real. Nope, that's very real.
Completely real. Like, if you went over to Twitch right now, which is the primary streaming platform, but I do it on YouTube, the venue of the people, You could find like people in the middle of like 6-hour video game streams, and that's just what they do. They don't talk as much as I do, and as loudly and as like forcefully as I do. But good for them, honestly.
From that tower.
Yeah, it's just something that like that's the culture. Like there's a stream going on right now, also on YouTube, from a YouTuber named Dan Olson, who goes under Folding Ideas, and he's what inspired me to do these weekly streams, because he does one on Monday nights, but this is just the best day for me to do it. I don't have any Stone Zone recordings tonight. And tonight is basically my Friday. I get a few days off after this. But he just does these like weekly hangout streams. And I thought that sounded fun. And I don't have his fan base, but anybody can stop by whenever they want.
But we risk turning a skirmish with these guys into something worse.
Yeah, I wish I could stream, but my dad's internet connection is just not ideal.
Yeah, mine's not great, but you know, I just do it anyway.
I can record it and it looks lovely, but I can't stream. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. What do you call your fans? Alexia?
I've not come up with a name for my few fans.
The Tech Lex?
Boy. Yeah, I can't even think of anything.
Works for me.
But yeah, they're missing out on some primo Sims 4 content.
Let's go. Right behind you.
Well, I was going to record something on Sims 4. I don't know if that's going to happen tonight, but it's going to happen.
Well, thanks for prolonging your Sims 4 content to come hang out with my dumb bullshit.
Oh, anytime. If anything, I actually have wanted to try out the whole, because I've had Discord for a while, but I haven't had any reason to use it, so this was exciting because I've never used it before.
I am impressed that Forrest, have you ever used Discord before?
I have not.
I'm impressed that you figured out how to use it, because it took Jacob Kelleher walking me through it more than once on several different occasions before I understood what was happening here. So, Mazel Tov, my man.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I just, like, see buttons, I click them, and I'm like, oh, what's that do? What's that do? What's that do? Like, I just, like, run myself through it.
It's gotten you this far.
Yeah.
I did have to Google how to get in the voice chat part, and I was really frustrated when I realized it was just as simple as clicking on the voice chat. So that was
it's as simple as that, but as like easy to miss as that.
Right,
as well.
Because there's nothing that says, "Hey, click on this."
Right.
So.
It's completely like it's like Minecraft or Pokemon Go in that like at no point does it describe to you how to play. You really just gotta like figure that shit out on your own. And that's why Pokemon Go is a bad video game. Because like they had 20 years of Pokemon history to figure out how to make a good and intuitive Pokemon battling system. And they nailed it on the first try. But Pokemon Go came along and fucked it up after 20 years of it not being broke and no one needing to fix it. I played Pokemon Go intensely for a day, and then I did one gym battle where at no point did it tell me how to gym battle. My entire team got wiped out, and there is no realistic way of healing your Pokemon. And I just said, this is a bad video game. I don't need this.
I had too much anxiety to even try the gym battle thing. It was mostly the use of data that stopped me using that.
So, but if there had been a Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, I would play it in the apartment every now and then, but even it got kind of, once they got rid of the tracker, I didn't have any drive to find things, because it wouldn't tell me if I had stuff nearby, and I couldn't find it.
Ready? Let's get inside.
I'm with you. And I think it's like, there were some brilliant parts of Pokemon Go. Obviously, the like walking around and finding Pokemon thing is like a $1 million idea that everyone has wanted since they were 0 years old.
Absolutely.
And I thought that it like their concept of gyms was really cool, and I don't know how they did it, where they took the like landmarks and businesses around you and by name converted them into gyms. Like,
yeah, that was pretty insane.
The one closest to my apartment when Pokemon Go came out was like a dog grooming service that by name and with a picture was converted into a gym. And I thought that was brilliant. And I also thought it was dumb when I actually did a gym battle and at no point does it tell you how to attack.
Well, and the dog park was something too, wasn't it?
Like oh yeah, the dog park was a Poke Stop.
Yeah.
That's right, because we lived in the same apartment.
Yeah, anybody listening, I'm not a creep. I don't like follow Kevin.
Well, also she does, but we did also live in the same apartment.
Yes. But yeah, there was always what were those? Oh, lures. Those were always floating around there because everybody went there to catch Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah. I don't understand how any of this stuff works. Because again, I played the game for a day.
Yeah, if you dropped a lure, it did what it sounds like. It would lure Pokemon closer to you, and it lasts like a certain amount of time. So until the lure expires, it's more likely that you'll catch cool Pokemon in the vicinity of that area.
Copy that. It's like there's a similar mechanic in the Pokemon series of video games that doesn't suck and isn't bad. And I think that's its main advantage over Pokemon Go. Coming out strong on Pokemon Go. I think that was a phenomenal month that everyone was playing Pokemon Go. But I think there's also a reason it left after a month.
Yeah.
What does this have to do with Mass Effect?
Holy shit, is that Charles Whitehead?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just depressed.
Aww.
I don't even know what it sounds
Oh,
like.
it's Chris. Hi, Chris.
I don't even know. No, I'm Charles. Forget about it.
Okay, hi, Charles.
Whatever you want to be.
Be yourself.
It doesn't matter what I want to be.
I've mentioned your YouTube channel in this stream.
It's all about what Kevin wants me to be.
I mean, that's true. Like, let's not kid ourselves here. This is precisely about who I want to be. It is my RPG video game that I'm currently playing.
Okay, it's a YouTube stream, not a Twitch stream.
Yes. I am a man of the people. I'm the people's champion. And I use a platform that people that aren't interested in video game streams could possibly see. Because people interested in video game streams want no part of what I'm bringing to the table.
We need to defend both sides or they'll flank us! Where'd you want us?
Oh, now I gotta use this squad orders thing that I'll never use again in the whole video game. But Alexia and Forrest, this is my buddy Chris, a fellow New Yorker, and he has a YouTube channel of his own that I have mentioned in this stream.
He did. He's not lying about that. He did.
Why did you mention it in here?
Because you made a Mass Effect video. I was talking about what inspired me to play
okay.
the very underrated video game Mass Effect Andromeda.
A lot of people still counting on us.
And it would have to be underrated because everyone hates it. So, like, if it's better than that...
It's impossible to overrate it with the way that everybody talks about
right.
it.
Like, I think people potentially picking up Mass Effect Andromeda in the future will have a good time with it. Because A, they have fixed some of the problems that existed, and B, their expectations are so garbage low that, like, how could it possibly not live up to their non-existent expectations?
It might become one of those games like a lot of the modern Sonic games where they basically play it because it's bad and to hate on it.
Yeah. This is me coming out as a Sonic fan, actually. This is my OC, Samantha Lee Writer.
I think I think a lot of the complaints about recent Sonic games are pointless. There definitely is. I mean, Sonic 06 is a broken, shattered mess.
Yes.
There's no denying that. I think Lost World is a lot better than people give it credit for.
It would have to be.
I
can see that. Try a recursive search.
But it's weird because I feel like Generations was overrated. Like, I think it's fun, but it's not...
So you're coming out hard against the one Sonic game in the last decade or so that people have enjoyed, but you're standing up. Are you going to stand up for Sonic Unleashed?
Sonic Unleashed is half of a fun game.
You only like the werehog halves, right? The really slow part where Sonic punches the same enemy 100 times?
Yeah. I think that was really taking the series in a bold new direction.
Right. Enough of that fast hedgehog. That was actually my least favorite aspect of Sonic, was how fast
I think what they need is tankier enemies that take more hits, that have less variety, so you aren't confused about what you're supposed to do when you fight them.
Right. I agree. You just hit them with your...
about Sonic games, because they were too difficult.
Yeah. You have one light attack as Werehog, and that's it. And you better get used to it, because that's all you can do. They leave, because those old Sonic games with their, like, multiple paths that you could take, you're, like, branching paths throughout the level. That was boring and confusing and complicated. What I like is one choice, one direction, and that is hit 8 versions of the same guy in this level, please.
What the
security override. I'll try to open the
You alright, Papa?
Yeah, casting alert. New role available.
Ooh.
Teat suckling.
Oh, hold on. Can you forward that to me? I think I'm perfect for the part.
In parentheses, interesting looking. We're casting actors to be a part of one of our episode's interstitials where a group of teens are playing basketball and our host enters the scene. Oh no.
Oh no, keep going.
Jesus.
If this doesn't get softcore quickly...
He yells out, "It's feeding time," and the teens stop playing basketball and run towards our host and start suckling his prosthetic teats.
Alrighty.
Nothing on this planet so far.
Cool. Can you actually send me that? Again, I think I'm perfect for the part. I was raised as a piglet as part of a litter.
This is for this... I've seen... They're casting shitloads of roles constantly. It's for this Adult Swim show. Mostly for millennials. And every fucking day they send out like 20 roles, and they're all weird as shit. For example, just in this very listing, they've got old Asian grandmother and old Asian grandfather, Frankenstein, blackface model, female Joey Ramone lookalike, lasagna toe sucker,
sweet,
human lie detector, nude skinny hippie, Ariana Grande type, David Crosby and Neil Young lookalikes.
What the fuck? They're the weirdest ones.
Something that is described only as chub laser.
Give me that chub laser.
A chubby dude that shoots our host with a laser pointer. It pays $570 fucking dollars for some reason.
No, send me that fucking email right now.
Sorry, you're not chubby.
Damn it! I could get chubby.
Vape dude. They don't have the pay listed for teat suckling though.
Damn it. It's okay, I'll make scale.
I'll be damned.
Conservative voter.
You get paid in exposure. Exposure of a man's teats.
Why do they list the pays $345 for old musician?
The weirdest casting invoice I ever got was also from Adult Swim when they were asking for a 6-foot-tall milkshake.
Well, not if we stand around. Let's get back to the shuttle.
They're like, no, we don't want someone in a milkshake costume or someone that can sound like a milkshake. We need a 6-foot-tall milkshake. Welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you.
This shoots down in Georgia. That'd be pretty cool.
I know we're not talking about Sonic anymore.
No. We're always talking about Sonic.
I've only ever played Sonic on Sega Genesis. Like, I've never played any new one.
So, in your... as far as you know, Sonic is a good, perfect video game franchise.
Exactly. It has not yet been tainted.
I mean, they had their issues, but, like... Oh, yeah. It was... They were fun.
Oh, my God. You're like, what's everybody talking about? I love Sonic.
I had that console for the end of its life because it was my dad's and it was, you know, dying. And I had 2 games, and one was Sonic and the other was an X-Men game. So, and the X-Men one would freeze at the same point of the game, so I really only got through a level and a half of it.
Was
so
Iceman
I played
involved?
Sonic more often.
Was it the X-Men game where it doesn't matter which X-Men you're playing, they basically just do the same thing?
Yes, that was definitely the one. I remember it very vividly.
I'm sorry, can we go back to my good joke where you said the game would freeze and I asked if Iceman was involved? I really need us to go back to that part of the stream.
That's the joke you were making, so thanks for pointing that out.
It would have been a good joke if it wasn't delivered so poorly.
Thank you.
18, athletic. Oh, can't do this. Sought after high school pitcher. Only child of Ted and Catherine. Struggles with personal calling to pursue baseball.
Chris, I think that's the part you were born to play.
I mean, I've played a lot of fucking baseball, but like, it's just like struggles with personal calling to pursue baseball. Like somebody came to him in a dream. At odds with his father's.
It was the ghost of Babe Ruth, and he said, "It's like the Sandlot." Are we basically just remaking the Sandlot? Because I made that joke the other day, and I'm afraid that I'm like a soothsayer.
At odds with his father's ambition for Milton to inherit and run the family farm that's been in family 5 generations.
Milton?
You're not gonna go out there and play baseball. You're gonna.
Milton?
You're gonna run the farm. Yeah, this kid's name is Milton. Which I guess is why they're shooting down in Georgia.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
I could submit for either that or Chad, Milton's good old boy best friend.
Mm.
I don't know, man.
I think those are some good casting notices, especially that Milton Berle biopic.
Oh,
hey,
Jesus.
You're still with us.
Hey.
New role. Mixed race couple.
Guys, get to Sam Node. Riders awake.
We can pull that off.
The description of the role.
Sam.
You're in a mixed race relationship.
I didn't hear
Must
it.
be
Good
available
luck.
Monday. Will only take 15 minutes.
And you?
Wait,
We just want to look at you.
My father. Where?
We don't need you to do nothing. We just want to see it. We want to. I've never seen a mixed race couple in my whole life.
You just need to take a picture of it, and of course it's shooting
It was
in
your life
Greenpoint.
or his.
God damn it.
God
And
damn
he
it.
chose you.
Other
I'm
rules.
so sorry.
Okay, fuck this.
I know this
They're not
must
even
be a
paying
blow.
you in money. They're being paid with a $50 gift card.
To where? To where?
It just says a $50 gift card. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
This is film bucks.
The breakdance and basketball player roles, they get paid $100 a
can't
day.
believe he's
The other
gone.
roles will be a $50 gift card.
1 minute,
I gotta screenshot
everything was
that shit.
fine,
You gotta be
and then-
fucking kidding me.
$50 gift card.
Why pay in gift cards? Do they just have a shitload of?
I think they have the gift cards.
No one had seen before.
It's like, oh shit, nobody needs $50 to go to Applebee's. We gotta do something about this gift card. It's burning a hole in my pocket. I'm not allowed in any Applebee's in New York State. What the fuck am I going to do with this gift card? Hey, wait, I need an interracial couple, right? Well, what if I broke the gift card in half and gave them each $25? No, that doesn't work. What if I gave the couple the whole gift?
In theory. In reality, you're the new Pathfinder.
Oh, or like it was like a gift from like your family or something.
I just
like,
hope that
just,
they
like-
decided. I hope that they decided to make a movie
If that's how it has to be.
because
Don't sell yourself short.
They had a gift card.
because they had a bunch of gift cards and nothing to do with it.
Laura?
It's
So
what
it's
you
just like, I bet
wanted.
we can make a movie
I
after
won't
this.
stand in the
I
way.
think it's an Applebee's gift card that's been
Pathfinder
passed down
is
in
a
their
serious
family for
job.
generations and
Sure you're ready
generations.
for this?
They're offering studios like 50 gift cards to
Well,
let them shoot there for the
You
day.
know what my dad
Right.
thought. He never was the kind of guy to ask permission.
Now it's your turn to bark orders.
Casting for Thicker Than Water. Jacob.
It's all academic anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Sam's linked to your mind
way
on
this
a
is
deeper
phrased.
level now.
Caucasian,
Trying to
16,
untangle
stricken
could
with
kill
polio
you.
at age
I know
5.
this
He
is
walks
tough,
with an
but
embarrassing limp.
We need to start thinking about the next
Why did you just say
A lot of people are
embarrassing?
counting
Say he
on
walks with a limp.
Arc's still
He
driven.
walks with an embarrassing limp. What a dweeb. I want to give him a wedgie.
He is quiet but deep,
The energy
with a
cloud
strong
thinned out.
imagination
We're
that
on
helps
our
him
way to
cope
the
with his
rally point
wounded
now.
manhood.
Should be at the next
Also,
visit.
also,
To rest.
polio?
She has
Loses
2
himself to
hours.
daydreams about the sea,
We'll
insatiably
meet our
curious,
pathfinder for
longs
this.
for adventure, friendship, and independence. Meeting Silas fulfills his longing for friendship, but it also sparks envy in him, provoking his repressed sense of
I
inadequacy.
checked on your brother.
Maybe.
Still no change.
Fuck mothering polio?
If you can pull
Is
through,
this a biopic? from the past?
It's set in 1877 in rural Illinois. Never mind. This actually makes sense.
Okay.
What's going on, Sam?
The
I buy
man
it.
has been emancipated, but racial tensions still run high. What the fuck does this have to do with polio? In this coming-of-age story, young Jacob, who has always blamed his physical shortcomings for his problems, must face the inadequacies of his character when his preconceived notions, ideas of human worth are put in stark relief by an unexpected revelation about his new best friend. Okay, but the best friend role is also Caucasian.
He said pain emboldens our resolve.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
He'd insist we grow
I'm not sure what the racial relations has to do with this, when it seems like both of the roles they're casting are Caucasian, and it's about this kid having polio.
Maybe it was like table setting, like how at the beginning of like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, there's a lot of talk about drills, but drills never actually figure into the plot of Harry Potter to any significant. So they're really setting the table for this polio drama by mentioning the black man as. In everywhere except the Mormon Church, where of course they won't be freed until 1980.
The people who are working on this are actually like they've actually got like some shit behind them.
Well, they need to wipe their ass then.
Hey, I might actually have to submit for this.
I think you could limp. Go ahead, do it right now.
I definitely could.
I believe in you. Hey, Alexia, when you earlier asked if Samantha Lee was dying, the answer is kind of.
I've been reading the dialogue. I figured it out.
Okay. Yeah, she almost died, but then her Mr. Krabs dad saved her life. But now he's dead, and she's the Pathfinder. And everyone's like, really? Our Pathfinder is Samantha Lee? All right.
I mean, I'd be upset if I had to like follow directions from somebody named Samantha Lee as well.
So I like that all these bone men have nice coiffed bone hair. You'll get a real good shot of it in a second or two.
I assumed.
This is alright. I love getting breakdowns.
Yeah, it's a good Tom Petty song.
Yeah.
Thank you, Forrest, for backing me up on my opinion of Tom Petty songs. My main opinion is that they're all great, but my second opinion is that Breakdown is also a good song.
Both are true.
That's the true.
Lie.
You know, I was looking for the lie, couldn't find it.
Ryder, good to see you on your feet. We're at the Nexus. It's the forward hub for the entire Andromeda initiative.
How's everybody feeling about the video game Mass Effect Andromeda? Is it good? Have I redeemed it in the culture's eyes yet?
I don't think I've paid enough attention to the actual game to have a solid opinion. However, I don't think it seems bad. It does not seem like the worst video game in the world, like everybody makes it out to be.
Right?
It wasn't that it was the worst. It was just that it was like really underwhelming compared to what the series had been.
That's fair.
And it was really glitchy when it got released, which is always annoying.
Yeah, that is annoying. But it's not like, oh, I thought the game was okay. Like, I really loved this game, and it really resonated with me, and I thought it was really well done. It's far from perfect, but like, this game has a game-long series of missions where you plan a movie night with your crew. Like, that is a game-long, like, they build to that almost as much as they build to the actual climax of the video game. And that's fucking beautiful.
Good luck, Pathfinder.
Like, that is one of my favorite quest lines I've ever undergone in a video game. And it's in this video game. This really, like, sweet, funny. This game is, like, hilarious in a way that the original Mass Effect games were definitely not. This game is really genuinely funny.
Captain just called me Pathfinder. This is really happening.
I love it.
Just take a deep breath.
I don't think the stream is truly honoring that, besides me occasionally saying I like this game a lot. But
But now it's yours. You just need to decide what you're gonna do.
When it's on sale, maybe I'll try it.
Where do I start?
I mean, I would if I were you. I don't know what platform you're gonna play it on, but it's worth it.
9 3/4.
So always keep.
Hey.
I don't know, because typically electronics and stuff don't really work around magic, so.
Yeah, it's a big plot line in book 4.
Man, that is the stupidest thing about Harry Potter, honestly.
Is that like he can't
It's
sex?
just that, like, yeah, I get it that you guys like want to hide that you're magical, but why would you make yourselves completely ignorant to all technological advances in the world?
That's what I love about like wizard education. It's like the Amish, where like it works really great if you stay within that community, but if you go to like Wizard Rumspringa and decide to never come back, you have a third grader's education and will likely get into the drug trade, much like most people that leave the Amish community.
It'll be nice to see some friendly faces this
Oh, that's
time.
kind of sad.
Because again, they have a fucking third grader's education. They know how to raise a barn real fucking good. Hey, spoiler alert for life, you Amish. That's not something I need to do all the time.
Gotta have champagne for the welcome party.
You're expecting one.
Have you guys seen Kingpin?
After what we've been through, I could use
The feature film with Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll bounce back. Real food
Great.
in the shower.
Sorry. Just talking about Amish people going on Rumspringa.
Oh yeah. I got you. It's like, yeah, somebody mentioned a bowling ball with a rose inside of it, and I just really thought of Kingpin. I was just watching Daredevil during this stream, and I was like, hey, there's also a movie called Kingpin.
I don't see any champagne.
Where is everybody?
Forgotten Farrelly Brothers classic, Kingpin.
Well, this can't be right.
It's like everything.
I think so.
If it's a surprise party, they're doing an awfully good job.
Remember when they were, like, popular for a minute? When they, like, really had some clout going? In like the early to mid 2000s, before Fever Pitch.
Not really, but I also really wasn't that cognizant back then.
That's right. Forrest was born in the year 2005. I have a baby on my stream. He ages backwards like Benjamin Button, but he's only going to be 12.
Wow, yeah, okay, now that I'm looking at it, yeah, Dumb and Dumber, Kingpin, There's Something About Mary, Me, Myself, and Irene, Osmosis Jones, Shallow Hal, Stuck on You, I kind of remember that one. Oh, The Ringer, The Heartbreak Kid, wow. Wow, they were going for a while.
Yeah, they had a real string, and then later they're behind Movie 43.
Right, that was helpful.
Movie 43 was fucking awful.
I like that boiling hot take on Movie 43.
I know
like hot off the fucking presses.
I know it's relevant to everybody, but god damn, that movie was... It had like 2 skits that kind of worked.
Obviously the one where like Emma Stone jerks off a gerbil, right?
I'm pretty sure that's not what happened.
No, she's like trying to have sex with Richard Gere and there's like a gerbil that shows up. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I've watched the Red Letter Media review of Movie 43 and kind of took it all as gospel. It's very possible I'm woefully misinformed about Movie 43.
We're from Arc Hyperion, and
it was rough. A lot of them just like don't have a point. Which just makes it just goes for shock humor. It just goes for nothing but shock humor. And,
this is the Nexus, right? Pretty sure we parked in the right place.
2 of them have like a really clever twist.
And for what it's worth,
yeah.
Your VI over there could use an
update.
update.
But they go on for too long.
Of course, I'm sorry. It's just
there's that one with Chris Pratt and Anna Faris, and she's like, "Poop on me."
Or captured, or
yeah, there's that one.
Space, or...
There's one where Johnny Knoxville finds a leprechaun,
no idea how much this means.
And it's Gerard Butler. I think. It's one with
I've tried to forget as much about the movie as possible.
Hugh Jackman and Kate Winslet go on a date, but Hugh Jackman has balls on his chin.
Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
Like,
I'm sorry for the
like a South Park
our sensors told us an arc had arrived,
joke
but Helios is
would have.
we thought you were just another malfunction.
the one with like where she wants him to shit on her. Is that one actually was one of the ones that worked the best.
We've seen.
Yeah.
After a year of waiting.
Yeah, because it had like one really good twist on it that actually like gave it a point and made it a parody.
For a whole year?
Was it the poo poo?
I'll fill you in on the way to.
That's the thing is like
everything that could go wrong with our plan has.
She wants him to. She says like she wants him to take a dump on her.
Knocked us off course.
Or I'm trying to remember how she puts it. She phrases it a specific way. She's like, I want you to poop on me, or I want you to poop in my chest, or take a dump on me, like one of those things. And so
the chaos went on for
he
months.
loads up, eats nothing but like chili and shit like all day.
When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles.
So he's trying really hard to hold it until like the moment's right, and she keeps like dragging it on and like teasing him.
But you're here now, so
and eventually he like loses his temper.
No word from the other
and he's like, I just really want to shit on you, okay?
Any threats from the locals?
And she gets offended that he
so
said he wants to shit on her instead of take a dump on her.
We had a first contact situation on Habitat 7. Whole thing
then he chases her, chases after her. And as he's chasing her across the street, he gets hit by a car, and the shit just goes everywhere.
Those aliens are going to be a real problem.
Huh. How long would you estimate that this particular plot goes on?
You guys go ahead. I'll
check out the 10 minutes.
Woo!
You should know our
if not 10 minutes.
Fractured.
Like I said, most of these go on way too goddamn long. So I don't know, it was a clever little commentary on the whole, like, the difference between saying you want to make love and you want to fuck. But, like, it goes on for a long-ass time.
Across the board.
Stand by to merge
and it's about Star-Lord having to poo-poo. On his wife.
The Hyperion.
Good luck.
I'm Jaren Tan, director of the initiative.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Could someone go to Wikipedia real fast and find me a list of all the plot lines in movie 43? Because I really like the direction this stream is going.
There was one with a fucking animated cat that just was like constantly like jerking itself off.
We've heard about what happened, and we're ready.
And it was like shoving like a hairbrush in its ass. And it was just like, it was just fucking disgusting.
She oversees
and it was like a 15-minute. It was the fucking finale.
Just looking at the outline on this Wikipedia page.
Thank you. No, we're gonna break it down sketch by sketch.
My father's dead.
I want to hear
it.
Like
the fucking finale. All right.
We're gonna do
catch. The catch was one of the ones that worked like the best, and it was the one that they opened with. It's the one where fucking Hugh Jackman has balls on his chin. Like there's just testicles hanging off of his neck.
And there's been no word from the other.
And nobody points it out. But Kate Winslet, who's like on a date with him, notices.
But even that's running out.
It's like, I'm Hugh Jackman. I got these balls on my chin. Kate Winslet, look out for the wallaby.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
I don't know. It's just like, there was that. That one was kind of funny. But it was, it was all...
It now falls to you, writer. Are you up to the task?
It kind of feels like all of movie 43 should have been a brief, like, channel flipping sequence on Robot Chicken.
Fuck, I forgot about this one.
Oh, there's one called Tampax, which basically just means if you go into the ocean and you have a leaky tampon, you're going to get eaten by a shark.
Yeah, the whole thing with that one is
I'm ready to step up and do what needs to be done.
It's that the daughter like got her period,
youthful enthusiasm,
and it's her brother and her dad like freaking out over how disgusting it is.
That's no way to treat a guest.
I think. And she, so she goes in the ocean at one point, and the sharks come back at her because she's bleeding. And
then it fades out and it says Tampax, now leak-proof.
Yeah.
At least the
oh,
willing to try.
Got him.
We could use a fresh perspective.
Okay, who's in that one?
Copy with their new neighbors. The neighbors, Robert and Samantha, have a teenage son, Kevin. Hey, whom they have homeschooled. Sean and Claire begin inquiring about the homeschooling and the numerous manners in which Robert and Samantha have replicated a full high school experience within their home, going as far as hazing, bullying, and giving out detentions are revealed. They believe the experience should be as awkward as possible, like real high school. This includes throwing parties that exclude Kevin.
Welcome
Samantha instigating Kevin's first kiss, and Robert revealing romantic feelings for Kevin. Visibly disturbed, the neighbors end up meeting Kevin, who says he's going out and gives them the impression that all is fine, until he reveals a doll made of a mop with Samantha's face on it, referring to the doll as his girlfriend. So, there's that. Like I said, it just doesn't have a point at the end. It doesn't have like a twist. It's just... It starts out like kind of like, these parents are bullying their kid. Oh. And then it goes on for 10 minutes, and the whole thing is like, oh yeah, things are fucked up. It's like, all right. Yeah, and there's the proposition where...
Thank you for standing up for me there.
Hope's in short supply here.
It's about poo-poo.
What little we can find should have a chance.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something.
So, watchers of the YouTube channel, you can use that Redbox code to go with movie 43.
I don't know if anybody's watching other than us.
Yeah, it says 4 now, which would imply it's just
It
us.
always says there's like no people watching, but then YouTube tells me that like 48 people watched, and the views are really high, so I don't know how this whole thing works.
Make sure that doesn't happen.
Kevin, if you can hear me, you are cutting in and out of it.
Oh yeah? Cut in and out of your fucking chest. That come through, you jackass?
That was there.
I think I was sitting in a weird position that my foot was between my mouth and the microphone, so maybe that had something to do with it. Space. There it is. Found space is a lot more foggy than I would have imagined.
Alien friends.
Yeah, the one with Emma Stone in it is really stupid.
Which one's that?
It's called Veronica.
Ooh.
Neil is working a night shift at a local grocery store. His ex-girlfriend Veronica comes through his line, and the two begin arguing, which soon turns into sexual discussion and flirtation as they lament over their relationship. Unbeknownst to them, Neil's intercom microphone broadcasts the entire explicit conversation throughout the store, where various elderly people and vagrants tune in. After she leaves in tears, the customers agree to cover his shift while he goes after her. That's it.
That's it?
That's it. So it's just, but you didn't want everybody to hear that.
It seems
and it's the Kieran Culkin, right? Is the boy?
Yeah.
If we wanted an inbred monarchy, we could have left.
I think the header image for the Stone Zone Twitter account is indeed a still image of Emma Stone from movie 43.
This mess.
Babe.
We don't have a lot of options, Ryder.
It was a clever idea that just wasn't done well.
Yeah.
After 14 months
A developing company is having a meeting in their headquarters over their newly released product, the iBabe, which is a life-size realistic replica of a nude woman which functions as an MP3 player.
Ryder?
The boss, Richard Gere, listens to his various workers argue over the placement of a fan that was built into the genital region of the iBabe, which is dismembering the penises of teenage boys who attempt to have sex with them.
No!
The board members then agree to strongly emphasize the dangers of the product via its new commercials.
That's what you're up against.
That's it.
Why people won't trust you.
Why
I don't trust
so
you.
there's no thing at the end. It's just like one joke of like, hey, it's a sex robot, but there's a fan that chops up your dick.
Oh my god!
And that's the whole thing. Superhero speed dating. Robin, Justin Long, and his cohort Batman, Jason Sudeikis, are in Gotham City at a speed dating establishment seeking out a bomb threat by their nemesis Penguin. While Robin attempts to connect with various women through speed dating, including Lois Lane and Supergirl, Batman encounters his ex Wonder Woman and attempts to stop Penguin from detonating Supergirl, who later turns out to be the Riddler in disguise, which Batman already knew and was screwing with Robin, who kissed her moments before unveiling.
Hey, cool. Do you think that thing where if you die in the game, you die for real is real? Because I'm going to try that real fast.
I hope so.
That's a film that got released. It had 43 actors in it.
This is the planet where we landed.
That's tough.
7. It wasn't even close
I
to
heard
livable.
something that like a lot of the actors were blackmailed into doing that. Is there any credence to that?
God, I wouldn't be entirely surprised.
Yeah, no, I thought somebody told me a story that like yeah, they found these found dirt on all these Hollywood actors and blackmailed them into doing these ridiculous movies.
Director Addison keeps her own counsel.
Oh, damn it. It's me, Hugh Jackman. If I don't do movie 43, everyone's going to find out I fucked a kangaroo. Oh, no.
To that end, The Scourge dealt us a serious
Yeah, I'm looking into that because
Blimey.
Theorize it's not
Dogs, me cats, throw me off Uluru.
Here's one of the ones you're talking about. Pete, Johnny Knoxville, captures a leprechaun, Gerard Butler, for his roommate Brian as a birthday present. After tying the leprechaun up in the basement, they demand he give them a pot of gold. The obscene leprechaun threatens that his brother is coming to save him. When he arrives, Brian and Pete are shot at, but ultimately kill both leprechauns. At the end of the segment, Pete reveals he has also caught a fairy, who performs fellatio for gold coins.
You need to increase the viability
That's the joke.
you can establish an outpost.
That's the joke.
Out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather
Truth
to
or dare?
support the Nexus.
Donald and Emily are on a date together at a Mexican restaurant. Tired of typical first dates, Emily challenges Donald to a game of Truth or Dare. She dares him to grab a man's buttocks, and he follows with daring her to blow out the birthday candles on a blind boy's cake. The game rapidly escalates to extremes, in which both of them get plastic surgery and tattoos and humiliate themselves. When Donald and Emily arrive back at Emily's apartment, they praise their date. Donald tries to kiss her, but she rejects him, claiming she's not attracted to Asian men, which she was surgically altered to resemble. It is revealed that she was joking and invites him to have sex with her as she shows him her enlarged breasts.
All right.
That's the joke.
That's a good joke. I like that joke.
Victory's Glory. Set in 1959, Coach Jackson is lecturing his all-black basketball team before their first game against an all-white team. Worried about losing the game, the timid players are lectured by the coach about their superiority in the sport over their white counterparts, which he expresses vulgarly. When the game ensues, the all-white team loses miserably, yet rejoices in a single point they earn.
So that was Terrence Howard, right? Do I remember the trailers for movie 33? All right, I do.
Yep. Good thing you know that. That'll get you far in life.
I'm glad I can't remember important things.
It would be fucking James Gunn that made this one. Jesus Christ.
I made a horrible mistake of coming in during the movie 43 discussion tonight.
Joseph! Wow, this is a packed ass stream.
This is the cat one that I was talking about.
Give me the cat one. Give it to me.
It's obsessed with fucking its owner.
What? No.
And so it keeps trying to kill his girlfriend, and is masturbating over pictures of his owner in a swimsuit.
Tell me who's in the fuck cat one.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Elizabeth Banks and Josh Duran.
Right after the
what the fuck?
We had a lot of this happening.
Yeah.
But not lately.
I wasn't there.
I mean, I guess the
credits. Amy worries that her boyfriend Anson's cat, Beazle, is coming between their relationship. Beazle seems to detest Amy and anyone who comes between him and Anson, but Anson only sees Beazle as innocent.
You know what they say.
One day, Amy witnesses Beazle masturbating to summer vacation photos of Anson in a swimsuit. Beazle attacks her and violently urinates on her. Anson still finds his pet innocent, but Amy threatens to leave if he doesn't get rid of Beazle. Hearing more about his relationship, Anson agrees to find a new home for him. That night, from a closet, Beazle tearfully watches the couple make love while sodomizing himself with a hairbrush and dry humping a stuffed teddy bear. The next day, when it comes time to take Beazle away, he is nowhere to be found. Amy goes outside to look. Beazle then runs her over with a truck and attempts to shoot her to death with a shotgun, but she chases him into the street and begins beating him with a shovel, which is witnessed by a group of children attending a birthday party at a neighboring house. When Anson approaches to see what is happening, Amy tries to explain Beazle's motives. Beazle acts innocent, and Anson sides with his cat. The children of the party then attack and murder Amy for beating up Beazle, stabbing her with plastic forks. Anson grabs Beazle, as Beazle again fantasizes about French kissing his owner.
I am kind of surprised that every sketch in movie 43 doesn't feature a children's birthday party like looking on in horror. That seems like exactly something that all 11 directors on that movie would have come up with independently.
But I don't know who to trust.
And like the Hugh Jackman one with the balls, and they're like, "Oh my god, balls!"
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly.
The one where Robin fucks the Riddler, or whatever.
During the mutiny. Would you?
This sounds like
a
waking nightmare.
Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Welcome to 2000s era movie comedy.
That'd really
How may I help you?
I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
It's amazing to me how few good feature-length comedies were produced from the year like 2000 to the current era of 2017. It's like phenomenal how few of them there are. Oh. I am sitting in the spaceship.
Yes, I know the Hyperion
I'm pretty sure that's how the song goes.
Something like that.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time.
Oh my
Movie
God.
43 won 3
At least with
Razzies.
the Hyperion hooked up and feeding
Wow,
us
good
now,
for
my
them.
team and I can get more work done.
Good for them.
It won Worst Picture, which was awarded to all of the filmmakers. Worst Director, which was awarded to 10 out of the 13 directors.
Wait, so they like 3 of them, huh? They were like, no, these 3 are okay.
They're like, these guys did okay. And then Worst Screenplay went to all of the screenwriters.
That's actually more credit than I would give the Razzies to actually watch the movies they're nominating and go like, nah, these 3 directors did an okay job.
The worst screen combo, the entire cast was nominated.
Wait,
the
that
worst actress, Halle Berry was nominated, and Naomi Watts.
What did she do? Did she like fuck a bird or something?
Oh, Halle Berry was in that one about the people going on the blind date and getting the plastic surgery and. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
So fucker.
It was a really shit movie, man. It was one of the worst things I've ever watched.
I don't know. In this step-by-step description of it, I don't know if I came to that same conclusion.
Fucking terrible. One of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I know that look.
So,
the worst things I've ever done with my time.
Something like that.
I do want to correct that myth that I put out there, that I perpetuated. Apparently, they were able to get Hugh Jackman and Kate Winslet to film whichever short film they did, and then they, if you will, tricked other actors into.
They used that to recruit everybody else.
They tricked them.
They kind of deserve an award for that, I think, because that's sort of impressive.
That's the thing is, honestly, that was the best scene in the movie.
If you need anything,
you know,
it was like
everybody else was.
It was like a trailer, but for the actor.
It was the Sting level heist that these 13 filmmakers pulled off.
Right, like I can sort of applaud that.
What's the fucking budget on this? $6 million?
Damn.
The fact that they even spent $1 million on this is fucking phenomenal.
What?
I don't know where the production values went. Probably just getting the actors.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 3/4 of it was paying them.
And the rest of it was catering so that Hugh Jackman's belly stayed happy. You gotta get me that blooming onion.
Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last.
This is the worst. Oh, Joe, wait. I have so many questions about the Guild of Bartenders or whatever.
Guild, yes.
Okay.
Tell us about the guild.
I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions, and if the answer is not fucking yes, then I'm gonna probably cry myself to sleep at night. Okay?
Exile, huh?
Question number 1 about the Guild of Bartenders. Were you all wearing hooded robes?
They're calling him the first murderer.
3 of them were.
3 of them. How many were in attendance?
About 40.
Okay, so that's not a good ratio. But it is buy your own cloak, so like, you know, not everybody. It's a bartender's salary. Not everybody can be employed.
Well, why would we buy cloaks? First off, that money can go to booze instead of cloaks. We are a bartender's guild.
Okay. Were you all seated around a table lit only by torchlight?
Can you consider like old Edison bulbs torchlight?
God damn, of course it was lit by Edison bulbs. That's even better than torchlight. It looked like an indie rock music video.
Very much so.
Was the table you were assembled around stone? And if so, were there ornate carvings in it?
No, not stone, wood, and there was lots and lots of solo cups.
Thanks,
that were arranged in like weird eldritch symbols.
Did you do a sort of Gregorian chant? But if you listen very closely, everyone can realize it's just the song Tequila.
You are
Not that we've had much to study with everyone.
Yes, but the Gregorian chant, if you listen to it very, very carefully, was LMAFO's shots.
Was there a sort of court jester there to entertain the royals, but instead of sort of whirling around like bells or a baton, he was indeed mixing drinks?
There was a court jester. He wasn't mixing drinks. He was just the one who got the shot of Everclear.
Did you hire a DJ ordinarily interested in trip hop, but the only CDs you gave him was the Tom Waits complete CD collection?
That I have to give it a strong no answer to.
Aw, damn it. Well, fuck that guild
What the fuck?
meeting.
Tim Burton's doing a live-action Dumbo film?
Yeah, buddy.
You gotta be fucking kidding
Give
me.
me that fucking pink elephant shit, but Johnny Depp is all of the elephants and also me. Johnny Depp in this new Tim Burton movie is playing the entire audience.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you. And Addison.
Well, he played the crows.
Pathfinder they've seen in over a year.
Oh, Johnny Depp would play the crows as they appeared in the original fucking Dumbo.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're talking to Tonto here.
Yeah, we're talking to fucking Tonto.
Yeah, maybe
Old,
Addison was...
on his head is a whole crow, Tonto.
He doesn't know you. I do. And you're doing fine.
Oh boy.
I appreciate it.
I worked out logistics with Director
So yes, does that answer all your questions?
Yeah, that's all the good improvs about bartending that I could think of off the top of my head. I hope it was satisfactory for both you and the viewing audience.
While you're there, maybe see how your brother's doing.
I have a question.
I have
Do
an
you all
answer.
have matching tattoos?
Yes, we all have pineapples.
Perfect.
Pineapples with snake tongues coming out the front.
Well, some have snake tongues, some just go with the classic pineapple, some go with like that weird like skull pineapple mix, and then there are those weird fucking guys who decide to get like actual pina coladas tattooed on themselves.
And then there's one guy, and his name is Bubba Fats, and he has a pineapple with a drunk vomiting SpongeBob coming out the front of it.
Nope, we don't have a Baba. But I can start asking around to every
Bubba
guild.
you know.
There's guilds all across the country. I'm sure there has to be at least one Bubba with a vomiting pineapple tattoo.
I somehow think a bartenders guild meeting is more dorky than like a LARPing guild meeting. There's something to me about the bartenders guild getting together that like y'all this is my drinking amulet. Like this is you've all like using your mom's duct tape and styrofoam, you've made like fake shakers for each other. I like this a lot.
You like this a lot. You are very wrong, and I am not going to correct you because I feel like that would be futile to even try.
Yeah, because you've told me what the answers to these questions actually are, but I will never stop picturing my version of the bartender's guild.
Yeah,
anytime you describe it.
Which means that I can't tell you anything else about my life because you'll turn it into a bit.
I'm gonna want to know how it relates to the bartender's guild.
Well, I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to leave you in suspense.
Okay. So that's all you and I are going to talk about now is professional wrestling and bartending?
Pretty much so. Also, I'm just over here also watching wrestling simultaneously.
At the same time?
Yeah,
well, you got to get in that Monday Night Raw. It's not called Tuesday on Hulu Raw. It's Monday Night Raw.
Sam, if we're going to work together, you can't keep hiding things from me.
I'm simply following my father's wishes.
None of this is interesting.
Yeah, it's Raw. Sick burn on Monday Night Raw.
It's really...
Oh my god, Raw stands for really awful wrestling.
Me. No.
Holy shit.
As a force multiplier,
for real?
dramatically enhancing your
No.
skills when profiles. They provide unique
I think that's like the fourth thing I've asked on this
No,
stream.
I'm just glad that was even remotely convincing. I that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm pretty gullible.
I mean, it's okay. The only wrestling stuff I know is straight from Kevin, so I would have believed it too, most likely.
Sure. I'm very trustworthy.
I can understand. People
How's
make
the game going, Kevin?
I don't know.
I want you to know that I've been watching.
I'm just following the waypoints and the. If I wanted to get the true Mass Effect Andromeda experience to the people, I wouldn't have invited a bunch of people to show up and hang out with me while I do it, and I certainly would have shut off even my own microphone.
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Sorry, I realized that I had not been watching the game for almost pretty much since movie 43 got brought up.
Yeah, it's okay, because, Joe is watching wrestling at the same time, and I think Chris died.
Well, I'm watching both wrestling and you, and it's very... It's like some weird type of poetry that I'm watching.
You have a Matrix Reloaded architect kind of setup, where it's just a wall of televisions, and half of them are professional wrestling, and the other half is Kevin Lanigan live stream of Mass Effect Andromeda.
Well, I have 3 monitors, because I am a shit.
Perhaps so when you ask me what his plan was, I would know.
Porn.
And Dad's honestly, when we got really deep into that movie 43,
the further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters.
Lexi, you were kind of cutting in and out with that.
Yeah, I didn't hear you either.
Thanks. It's okay. I didn't say anything important.
Oh, beans.
That was something.
I mean, I wanted to hear what you had to say.
I did too. Oh well. Fuck you, I guess.
Oh,
wow, that's rude. That's really fucking rude. Okay. This. Stop hyping up Angle's announcement. Nobody gives a shit.
Oh, what are they? Oh, you know what? Let's turn to the 19th topic of conversation in this live stream. What is professional wrestling doing right now, Joe?
Oh, never mind. We're actually... Okay, stream. We're fast forwarding through. We're getting to... Okay, this shit.
I thought Sam was supposed to be, like, in you now.
He is, and also he's, there.
A floating thing.
This is his hub.
Alright.
This is Sam's house, but also my brain is Sam's house. Well, this is Sam's house. It's mighty.
Okay, there's a guy yelling in Arabic now.
Who on Raw is yelling in Arabic, or am I yelling in Arabic and I don't know?
They're doing cruiserweights, and it's Tozawa. It's Tozawa versus. Oh God, angry Asian.
Okay, is this live stream gonna turn into Joe reacting to wrestling none of us can see? Because actually, and it's weird that I'm starting to quality control this now. That would kind of be annoying.
Ben Shaw is watching you.
Again? I can't believe he came back for more.
What Tan gave us?
That's his mistake, though.
Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as
Ben, I do like
we
the phrasing of
tactical improvisation.
But
at least we'll be doing it in style.
Well, I just love Ben, and however he wants to show up in my life, that's cool. Hey, did Chris die, though?
They call her...
Was he Lord Jackal?
Yeah.
He left.
Oh, he left us. He was like, oh, movie 43 conversation over? So, too, is my part in this.
Pretty much. Once we started talking about the guild, he left.
Oh.
You can hear a little bloop whenever somebody either joins or leaves.
You know, I gotta tell you, this whole time there has been a video game really loud in my ears the whole time I'm talking. Sometimes I miss the subtle intricacies of Discord.
Yeah. Don't worry. I can't hear your game, so I was able to hear.
Let's pick it up a bit.
And that's by choice. If I wanted to hear the audio of YouTube on top of us speaking, I could, but that doesn't sound like a good time.
You could hear you 30 seconds before interacting with you and live your own Back to the Future too.
You would probably make my brain explode.
Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
Oh. I figured out who Cora kind of reminds me of. Robin Wright in
House O Cards. Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me, Robin Wright in House of Cards.
Next performance of Robin Wright will be played by
Oh, it's me, Robin Wright. I was Princess Buttercup, okay? And now I'm his Wonder Woman, as Mrs. Hip Hickaba or something, I don't know.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out
It's something Greek and also British. I'm Robin Wright. Used to be Robin Wright pen. I dropped the pen. Much like I'm gonna drop this mic. Dong!
Came here with a family, didn't you? Son
Right
still in
out.
cryo?
Hey, Robin Wright.
Get him to the front of the line.
Oh, I'm selling t-shirts in the back of the room. You can visit me after
Yeah,
the show.
really.
Sign some autographs, take some pictures. Please buy a shirt. This is my classic comedy catchphrase. Robin Wright, stand-up comedian.
I got
This is my
family too, Ben.
catchphrase. I'm right and you're wrong.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Solid.
Thank you.
Samantha always looks kind of bummed.
Yeah, she has a vague hint of sadness to her.
Part of the job, Pathfinder.
And
All things considered,
I think we need to get
yeah.
Samantha in some like
And right
black
now, you need
armor
people
at the
tearing
first
down
possible
obstacles,
convenience
putting up more.
because
Yeah,
she does
kinda
look
looks
like
an off-duty nurse right now. or
she
something.
stumbled ass backwards out of a hot topic. Like she was in a cartoon foot chase and ran through a clothes rack in a hot topic and kind of it all stuck to her face.
I really
Hey.
like that guy's glasses, or whatever those are.
The visor. That is a lady who could not sound more like Carrie Ann Moss if she tried, but boy howdy is it just not Carrie Ann Moss. Carrie Ann Moss does play a role in the original Mass Effect trilogy, so it would be weird if they brought her back, but God, it just sounds like Carrie Ann Moss.
Ah, glad to see you looking well.
Got her Google Glass on.
Oh yeah, this game posits a world where Google Glass is not only still used, but ubiquitous.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey.
Joe, were you gonna say something?
We call this
No,
the
I'm
research
just
room.
just
There's
over
space
here
for
watching a
upgrading
train
equipment,
wreck.
gathering intel.
Oh cool, you're
Oh,
watching
too.
Amy Schumer's train wreck?
Welcome aboard.
I haven't
Sam.
found a fourth
And
monitor.
Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar.
If I did,
quarters
I
are
would be
below.
watching Amy
Plenty of
Schumer's
space up here to get
train
everyone
wreck
together.
whilst watching your
It's all
live
yours.
stream,
She's
whilst
light,
watching
stealthy,
wrestling,
and the fastest
and
ship in her
oh
class.
boy, this is
That's a good triple feature.
Man,
yeah.
if only I was as cool as Joe and
It's
had all
really
those
going to be something,
monitors.
isn't it?
I have too many monitors. I have too much power.
Our pilot should
I
have
am a
everything good to
god.
I have become unto a god of monitors.
I have become death, destroyer of worlds.
With all of my monitors.
All of them.
Shit. I can't remember a time when I wasn't playing this game on a live stream. This is the only life I know anymore.
Okay, Angle, I need you to speak up.
Kurt Angle?
Oh, is Angle a wrestle person?
Kurt Angle, you better believe it. America's champion, Kurt Angle. Oh, and they finally... Oh, yeah, they're gonna reveal his dirty little secret tonight.
I swear to God, if it's gonna be an affair.
It better
It's gonna
It better be Edge in a wig. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, this conversation... I don't know who this stream is for. It's not a listening audience. As we jump rapidly between very obscure topics, including vague discussion of storylines in current professional wrestling, like the blackmail of the general manager of Raw that has been an ongoing storyline for how many months now, Joe? Of just like sometimes the end of an episode of wrestling is just the general manager of that particular branch of wrestling going, No, don't reveal my secret into a phone.
You can make vid calls from the
Joe has gone both off mic and off phones. Headphones. Phones for your head.
He muted all the things.
He muted everything to really get into wrestling.
I mean, that's fair.
I gotta focus whole hog on my wrestling right now, said Joe. Not the wrestling
Except
he was
didn't
doing.
say it. He just did it.
He's an impulsive guy. It's not about. It's like jazz. It's not the notes he says. It's the notes he doesn't. Useful ones.
I'm all about what's useful.
True.
That's the truth.
Oh, this is especially if you grabbed anything from Habitat 7.
Oh wait, so this person's in your squad now?
The research station
or
who?
Alien? I don't know what it likes to be called. Vetra?
Yes, Vetra.
Yeah. So when you meet people, they just get to join your squad.
For everybody.
Yeah, that's kind of
well, everybody should be so lucky.
That's like the one. All the other squad mates are like very specifically recruited, and you like do very specific things. She just kind of shows up and is on your squad, almost as if this game was written in a year.
Got it.
I don't. Ugh, boy. The crafting system in this game is not one of its better features, which is good, because that's something I fundamentally don't care about. But still.
Hey.
Where do you get to buy clothes?
Yeah, can I customize?
Them,
I'm going to my room. Actually,
you have a room?
Yeah, I'm the fucking captain of a ship. I get a room to myself.
To be fair, the only bed I've seen you in is like a emergency death stretcher. So
yeah, because we are finally aboard the Tempest, which is the ship where you spend the majority of this game. Where previously we were on the Nexus or the Human Arc. Oh, yes, this is my house.
Oh, hey, he's back.
Oh, it's bad? It's not something I have to look forward to then? Alright. Okay, calm down.
Yeah, no, it's not an incest angle. It's, hey, guess what? I have an illegitimate son.
Oh, hell yeah, pimp.
Yep, and it's weird. This is very weird. Oh, he's crying now.
Aww.
Oh, he's crying.
Kurt.
It's real tears. Oh, now they're hugging. Oh, this is cute.
Oh, that's nice.
This is nice.
Is his illegitimate son like a famous person? Like Big Cass with like a lollipop and one of those little like spinner hats?
No. Do you remember ever hearing about American Alpha?
Yeah, I know American Alpha.
Jason, the really, not the guy with the long hair, the really burly dude.
It's not the guy that I like, it's the other guy.
Yeah, it's Jason Jordan, not Chad Gable.
Alright, so I think we have officially My Chemical Romanced her clothes a little bit. And now we are going to good Charlotte up her armor.
Well, I can tell you that she does look the part.
Yup.
I don't know what else to say. She looks the part.
I done did good, is what you should be saying.
You did's goods, kids.
Thanks, dads. Oh, that's not the color that I wanted for that. The problem with when it says outfit color is I don't know what the fuck it's talking about. What part am I changing? Why is outfit color 1 her armpits? Why is that the one they give fucking primary color? That's stupid. This is a bad game for bad people. Like me.
A bad game for bad people.
Yeah, dude. Bad game. Bad.
Alright. Blah, 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 blah,
I see.
Blah.
Okay. So I think we... No! God! Oh, it's so... The fucking... Okay. God damn. The getting colors to stick in this game was kind of a sticking point when I played it the first time. Let's check my email in a video game. Oh, hey, here's a fun fact. The character who I just got an email from is one I auditioned for.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Have any thoughts on that?
I mean, you know, it was a... I don't have, like, conflicting feelings. It was actually kind of weird when I was playing the game and I realized, like, oh, I know that line of dialogue. I said that.
I said that.
I said that.
I said it better than that guy.
In the audition where I didn't get it. And I think you can actually, and this would have been a weird experience, you can fuck that character. I could have been fuckable in a Mass Effect game.
Hey. Well, semi-fuckable.
Yeah, you don't get a gratuitous sex scene, but you do get boink privileges. So we got a character up here in the bridge that her real name is Suvi, but I have renamed her replay value because she is a female-only romance, but I feel the best, like, most romanceable person in the game. But I couldn't romance her because I played with my own genitals the first time. But with this inverse set of genitals, she can be mine. Oh yes, she can be mine.
Plenty of dangers.
It's not the alien that I'm talking to currently. For anybody distinctly
That's reassuring.
curious.
Wouldn't want to lose my finest work to that angry cloud.
I like him a lot. There's actually only like 8 people on this spaceship, and 6 of them are here just for fighting. There's 1 pilot, there's 1 engineer, and there's 1 science expert, and that's it.
Here, and the nav system calculates everything.
Well, other people, like, I would say, contribute.
It was optimized for a Pathfinder.
Secure.
Yeah, I got a robot that lives in my head or whatever.
Well, I mean, Vetra, like, gets you all the black market goods.
Yeah.
And then...
Excuse me.
But then fucking...
Laura's military, and Liam is sort of like my face and my mouth. And
science and monitoring station
PB does some is an expert in ancient technology, and Jal is an envoy to his people, and Drac hits stuff.
Drac hits stuff very well.
He does it so good.
He hits all the things all the time.
We were all expecting a golden world.
Oh,
there's
the
just a long road ahead.
Remember when that was a meme?
But hold on to that dream.
Is that little dude with his fist raised?
Oh yeah.
Nexus Control. Yeah. This is the Tempest. Ident 2527.
He was the hero that we needed.
Yeah, back in like 2011 or whatever. Hey Forrest, remember when you and I created a meme?
I do. I'm gonna post it in our little chat group.
Please do. His name was Ooga Booga.
All the things actually came out of a book.
Hyperbole and a half?
Uh-huh.
That was a guess. But I thought about
really
the art style.
She drew that. That was her.
Whoa. Mrs. Hyperbole?
I actually did forget her name, but that book is sitting on my window, so I could probably... No,
right next to the
cat
extended cut of Batman vs. Superman?
That's actually right next to me, because I was looking at it to tell you all about that.
I read the back cover of Batman vs. Superman every night before bed. I read the little insert book that they put in the front.
But still haven't actually opened the packaging of
the
DVD.
I got X-ray vision. I use it only for that particular piece of hardware.
As far as the Nexus surveyors could get before, well...
Let's see what's waiting here.
Oh, I'm not gonna make everybody sit through planet scanning content. I'm so sorry. What was I doing?
I mean, I'm currently just waiting for this meme I'm hearing about. I don't know about everybody else.
Sorry, it's. Oh,
all right,
man,
as long as it's being worked on, that's fine.
It is. It's just, the problem with this meme is it's very inconsistent amongst everything else that's wrong with it.
Yeah. Inconsistent. Well, the problem was there were a few people involved in the genesis of this meme, but at least one of us couldn't agree on the joke structure.
Was it Scott?
Yeah, it was Scott.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna share one. How do I share in this group?
Are you sharing in the Discord?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
so for the listening or watching audience,
should I share in the YouTube?
Well, that'll disappear when the stream is over. These comments will be lost like tears in rain.
I don't want this to be lost. As much as I do.
But ostensibly it is that mask face that Herb put on encouraged the Cowardly Dog to scare Courage. I never actually saw Courage the Cowardly Dog. Forrest,
so
explain.
I got one. Yeah, I got one here. If you want to see, I'm gonna put two, and then I can put more if you want. Are you ready?
I mean, I'm ready.
Okay, so
all I see in the chat right now is this Wikipedia article about movie 43.
Right, exactly. I want to see something different.
Okay, so
show me the gun.
This is I don't want to comment this. I just want to post it.
Oh, here it comes. Oh boy, it's loading. It's loading good. Streaming audience. Oh boy. Yeah, that's see, what it isn't is a joke.
Yeah.
So it is an image of that face from Courage the Cowardly Dog with sort of yellow and red beams of light coming out around it, and on the top in white text it says Ooga Booga Gunna, which is kind of the template for an Ooga Booga meme, and underneath it says hide the remote, which is not what we in the comedy biz would call a joke necessarily.
And so that was that was one aspect of the that was one aspect of the meme, because that was like the part that was supposed to be very light in contrast to stuff like this next one. I don't want to comment.
Here come Ooga Booga Gonna Go to Sleep, says the top line, and the bottom line says in your skin. So that you think that Ooga Booga is just going to settle in for like a night's sleep because he's tired, but no, much like a Luke Skywalker, he's gonna do it inside a carcass.
And so the duality of Ooga Booga doing like these sick, vile acts and these like kind of seemingly like not too bad, semi-annoying things, like this next one, that's where the art, if there is one, of Ooga Booga lives.
Oh yeah, it's a fine art project. So the first line says Ooga Booga Gunna. Wait, Forrest, why'd you post the same one again?
Oh wait, is it the remote one?
It's hide the remote,
Yep,
yeah.
it is.
You posted the hide the remote. You thought that one was very good, and you're like, no, they need
like
to
us to see that one reconsider.
Okay.
I'm gonna add a reaction real fast, and it's that. So the first line of this next one says, "Ooga Booga gonna club you with a seal." The hell do you expect Ooga Booga to do? So, like, it's sort of implying that you have a good understanding of the Ooga Booga joke format, which no one does. And it's a reversal on that. Joe has indeed posted in the chat that he is crying and now dead. So we got that going for us. We've killed Joe. I'm going to pin this in the group.
No.
Oh, yeah. Pin it. Yeah.
Pin it.
So that's, yeah, so that's there forever now. We're gonna, every time I open up this LAN party Discord chat, Ooga Booga gonna make you breakfast. Cereal, he screams.
That one I actually enjoyed.
I hope the viewing audience really likes looking at this planet, because they've been doing it for like 10 minutes. No, Forrest, do some more. Come on, baby. Give Daddy what he wants.
Oh, Ben is so upset, though. Don't forget about Ben.
Is Ben not happy with the planet?
I mean, I got a frown. There's a frown face from Ben.
Is there? Oh, no.
I can try to post these to the YouTube.
Yeah, go ahead. Share them with Ben. God bless it. God love him and keep him. This is the worst stream of all fucking time.
Nah.
This is the worst thing in the whole wide world.
Ben, I'm very sorry. I can't figure out how to upload.
So Ben did not go back to the beginning. Ben is just he's up to the minute action. So I am progressing with the game for the sake of Benjamin Shull and everyone like him.
We'll find out.
I don't think Ben likes my streams. I don't know why he keeps coming back.
No doubt we'll run into
Maybe he's also watching wrestling and Trainwreck at the same time.
At the same time.
Right. On his 18 fucking monitors.
So many monitors!
That was surprising. That scared me. Hold on, I gotta go refill my water before I embark on this planet. Ben, keep hanging out.
Let's all gossip about Kevin.
Please do. Headphones are on.
Did you know Kevin only has one monitor?
He doesn't even have a real monitor. He just has a laptop, man. You are leagues above.
I am God! Okay, the ghosts in the house do not appreciate me yelling.
That's fair. It's understandable.
But fuck them. What can they do to me?
But fuck.
No,
what can you do to me, ghosts?
They can keep you up at night. That's like...
I already don't sleep, you motherfuckers!
Oh.
Yeah, same. I can relate there.
And a light bulb just exploded.
You should probably stop arguing with the ghost.
Wait, like
Poor Forrest, he's always like, really, what's real?
I'm just.
I really wish I was lying about a light bulb exploding.
Really? Oh my goodness.
No, a light bulb just exploded in the room I'm sitting in. Well,
oh God.
Now there's glass on the floor. That's great.
Well, that means you're stuck. You can't move from your seat any longer.
So, you should be nicer to the ghosts.
Yeah, you should have some respect for the paranormal. They're clearly not messing around right now.
I leave them whiskey every night.
Oh yeah, no wait, that's called something. Don't tell me, Joe. I know you know what it's called. Don't tell me. The angel share. That's what it's called, right? That's a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah. Ha.
That is a thing.
I know I don't belong in your guild, but I know something.
Yeah, Kevin didn't ask about human sacrifices, which is surprising because we had 3 tonight.
Oh, really?
Tallow?
So, what do you do with them? Do you douse them in garnishes or like?
we just like peel a whole bunch of oranges and then throw the orange peels on them. And then you know how citrus oil ignites, so we just spritz, throw, spritz, throw, spritz, throw. Okay, here's a match and praise the fire god.
So like a human old-fashioned kind of deal.
Kind of like a human old-fashioned. Less whiskey, more burning flesh.
They gave up.
Still got a nice oaky aftertaste.
Still a smoky aftertaste, and we garnish it with cherries.
Never know how that'll affect.
Oh my god, we're ruining Kevin's stream even further, and he's not even here.
Okay.
Yo, how many servings of fruit would you say that would be?
How many servings of fruit? Hey, sacrificed guild member, garnished with orange peels and cherries.
Yeah.
I'd say a good like 600 calories.
That's
not bad, really.
I mean, it's like we picked the cherries, we branded them ourselves. We're like really into that whole like DIY, do-it-yourself bullshit.
We're good.
Wait, is Kevin here and just not talking? I feel like the game moved.
Take us down.
Or is it just that delayed?
Maybe it's the ghost again.
That's possible. Nothing has exploded on my end yet, though.
Me neither, but
you just need to yell. You just need to yell at them a little bit. Just like rile them up a little bit.
Maybe not quite to the extent that Joe did, but just a little bit.
Wait, what's wrong with what I did? It keeps my life interesting.
Alright, hey, if you're down with it, then you keep yelling, Joe.
I mean, I got, oh, no.
Then put it back.
I'm just gonna keep doing this. You guys can do it.
No, I'm alright with that.
Set us
Keep
down
going.
in the snaff.
It's fine with the memes. I mean, I have like a dustbin and a fucking broom, so I can like sweep up the glass and shit. But it's like, there are still 4 more light bulbs to blow out before I get really concerned.
That's fair. It's like a 4-strike process.
Pretty much. So hold on. You need to try harder, you motherfuckers!
Oh, Joe, why?
Because I have reckless abandon and probably, I'll think of it later. I'll think of the finish to that statement in a little bit. After my next lights explode,
Reports state this planet suffers
I'm
deadly
waiting.
storms that are contaminated by radiation from the Scourge.
I can't believe
Yes,
you're
the
actually
was
just
incomplete due to
egging your
environmental
lights on,
hazards
like you
and
want them
ultimately hostile
to just
encounters.
explode on you.
Plus,
Well,
no
my
Pathfinder.
logic of it is being like,
Theos is
hey,
like
I had to go buy
Habitat
light
7,
bulbs
that's
for
signal
your
we send
house.
must be
Give me
connected
money
the
to
atmosphere.
buy you guys
Use
some
the
new
outpost
light
antenna
bulbs.
to track it down.
Ah, I see.
It's inoperable.
Which I'm still gonna have to do because, you know, light bulbs.
Power.
Right.
We didn't expect this kind of
And the light in my hallway just turned off.
What?
They must have known these wouldn't last in these conditions.
That's great.
This stream is just becoming the
We'll
end
make
of
Eos a home.
Joe's life, basically. We're all hearing it live.
Joe, we need to establish some sort of proof of life for the watching audience, so that we know that you haven't died yet.
Okay, I feel like Kevin is playing again. Is Kevin not playing again? Or is this like one of those things where if you don't touch the game for a long time, it just does stuff?
Site 1 issued individual security codes.
I don't often get
Kevin,
to be, to experience a life like if I wasn't in the room. So I was enjoying the last few minutes of us playing a game while other people talked about stuff.
Well, you can always go listen to it later.
I came in around human sacrifice.
Oh wow, so you've been here for a while.
I've been here for a minute. I was very disappointed at the complete lack of Kevin gossip that was going on.
Oh, it kind of ended pretty quickly because we realized that like not much to gossip about with you.
I don't know if that's a compliment or a diss.
I think it's a compliment.
The worst thing is to be talked about. The second worst thing is not to be talked about.
Damn.
So I guess it was the worst thing. Sorry, man.
Fuck. I'm bumming.
I knew I saw that game fucking move. I was like, okay, well, never mind. I guess I was seeing.
Nope.
That should help get us
It's moving. Definitely moving.
Okay, I'm gonna try to upload all the Ooga Booga memes I have at one time. We'll see what happens.
I kind of want to start using them like on Twitter and just see how many people hate me.
Holy mother of God!
Are you okay, Joe? Are you alive?
It definitely does not sound like Joe is okay or alive.
No, there's so many memes!
There's so many Ooga Booga.
Oh, okay, hold on, Mass Effect Andromeda. I got some other stuff to attend to.
Sorry, Ben.
Shepherd equivalent, you just sit right there. I got some stuff to do. Okay, so let's go. Wowzers, we made a lot of these for something we only did for like one night.
Yeah, and these are just mine. I think these are just the ones that I made.
Here's the narration of Ooga Booga. Wait, hold on. No, before I do this, Forrest, have you been holding on to these for 6 years?
Clearly, yes,
yeah,
he has.
So these have just been on your computer the whole time?
I just don't delete things.
Wowzers, Bowsers, put them in a body bag.
You could get so many internet points for these.
Internet.
Well, we actually tried to put it on Reddit once, and nobody was having it.
Yeah, Funny Junk was not receptive to Ooga Booga.
Reddit is probably the worst place you could have introduced these. They're savage out there.
Although I do have to put in there that it was Scott uploading his memes, so maybe
Ooga Booga had a bad start.
True.
Okay,
yeah.
But anyway, for the viewing audience, meme 1, Ooga Booga gonna come back with a search warrant, then a death certificate. So that another one where Ooga Booga is sort of a horrible force, sort of an unyielding force of death. Now this next one, he's sort of more of a miscreant. Let's Ooga Booga gonna drink the last of the milk, then put it back in the fridge. So he's just more of an annoyance in that one. He's not really a killer. He's just sort of an annoyance.
I also forgot that Ooga Booga had like a voice that went with him.
Yeah, it was this. You're welcome. Ooga Booga gonna go home now. Get the chains and come back. So, he's gonna get some. Okay, yeah. I like that a lot. I'm gonna pin that one too. Bam. Oh yeah, pin it. Oops, it sent me right to the bottom of the Ooga Booga memes. Got to do some scrolling back. Hold up. Ooga Booga gonna play with fire. He always wins. See, that one is sort of flawed, because he wasn't competing against fire. He was playing with it. Sweet. Alexia, you have your microphone turned off. Is it because you're laughing too hard at these Ooga Booga memes? Ooga Booga gonna write you a love song, even though you didn't ask for it. I like
was that a reference to the
Sarah Bareilles song? It must be. Okay. All right. Cool. And every time I pin one, which has been several, it sends me right to the bottom when I realize how many more of these there are. Ooga Booga gonna buy a pony. Won't let you ride. Dude, he's like a mean. He's not a fun guy to be around. He's not always murderous, though. He's sort of just... Sometimes he's just inconvenient. Ooga Booga gonna hire you, then light you on fire. So, yeah. I like that one. It sort of really takes a left turn at Albuquerque there in the end. Twist ending. Ooga Booga gonna go to the limit. Ooga Booga has no limits. Huh. Ooga Booga gonna get drunk and not be responsible. Ooga Booga, you scamp.
I can't even.
Ooga Booga gonna make a booby trap, then just stab you to death. Well, that seems like a lot of wasted effort from Ooga Booga. Ooga Booga gonna borrow your phone, then kill you with it. Ooga Booga gonna, and so can you. Again, we're sort of playing with the form already, even though it was one day of this meme. It only really existed in our hearts for about 24 hours or so. Ooga Booga gonna watch you sleep, sneeze, and wake you up. Oh, well, that's mean of you, Ooga Booga. I don't want to say I expected better of you, but yeah, I did. Ooga Booga gonna drive on the left side of the sidewalk. Okay, well that's pretty funny. That one reverses pin it. Earlier I made a horrible mistake. Horace?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, nothing. Your voice was off for a while, but now it's back.
I'm laughing too hard. I'm gonna go back to mute for a little bit.
For the record, I am here, but I'm eating Cheez-Its, and I don't want you guys to have to hear that. So
ASMR. Okay. Ooga Booga gonna give your kids blue Kool-Aid. It's antifreeze. What are these jokes? What are these supposed to be? I don't understand. Ooga Booga gonna take 5 pounds of pressure out of each tire. Make you replace them sooner. Excellent. Ooga Booga gonna build your house and install your light switches upside down. Again, he ratchets back and forth between being a horrible murderer and sort of just a general all-purpose Dennis the Menace sort of scam. Ooga Booga gonna go to the movies and tell the guy not to open the door. What guy? What guy is at the movie? The door opener at the movie? Whatever. Ooga Booga gonna slice you into bologna. Extra fine deli cut. And finally, Ooga Booga gonna kill you and not feed your cats. They gonna eat you. So I'm gonna return to Mass Effect Andromeda now.
I can't tell whether or not I'm supposed to be scared of Ooga Booga or like charmed by him.
Exactly, or to find him like a lovable scamp. He's sort of, I'm getting some mixed messages from the writing staff of Ooga Booga.
Okay, so they're going to have a new table of 3 with fucking wrestlers.
Okay.
And it's Mark Henry, Ron Simmons, and The Godfather. AKA the 3 characters who have played black pimps in the WWE. And I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, I'm also not looking forward to watching it tomorrow on Hulu, but I'm gonna anyway.
That means the antennas.
I'm very confused. I'm very confused of what's happening right now.
It's good to see that Mark Henry is alive, though. I was worried that he had sort of turned into a black hole, crushed under his own weight. Because he always has his theme song posits, somebody gonna get their ass kicked, somebody gonna get their wig split. However, I haven't seen him in a little while, and I was worried if anybody was gonna get their ass kicked anymore. Is Forrest posting more memes in the Discord?
One of them didn't load. That's it. That's the last one.
Oh,
we have to enter him anyway.
why don't you, Forrest, take a turn and read for us the final Ooga Booga meet?
Okay. I'll try to do an Ooga Booga voice.
So we're not the only ones.
We're gonna beat you after that.
Let's check out this
job tomorrow.
That's pretty good. I don't know. I kind of like that. That was an alright one. There are a couple okay ones in there. Ooga Booga gonna drive on the left side of the sidewalk. That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah, not May it rest in peace.
Look at this place. It's a wasteland.
The radiation in Eos's atmosphere makes it difficult to cultivate life.
Oh, crikey. That was a blast from the fucking past. What a weird stream this has been. What a long, strange, wonderful trip it's been.
That would not be advised.
Oh boy, the game has not performed this poorly in quite some time. Oh, I think I'm about ready to wrap up this particular stream of Mass Effect Andromeda.
Pathfinder, that door is locked until
on sort of this epic cliffhanger on this brave new territory. But thank you to everyone that joined us, particularly my wonderful co-hosts for this evening. They have no greater understanding of what the game Mass Effect Andromeda is about. But I hope they had a good time. I know I did. God bless America. This game will be available unlisted in the playlist on my profile, like the rest of my streams are. There's all sorts of great links down there in the video description that you can check out. But until next week, on whatever day of the week I decide